So, uh, who wants to tell us what happened last time?
Me.
Go ahead.
All right. So as our scene opens up, we open up to a dark cave. And in this dark cave that is roughly hewn from the earth, it's geometrically hewn. If you look at the ceiling, you can see sharp edges. Um, very geometrically hewn in like 5-foot cube sort of mentality, 5x5 cube mentality. It's been cut into the ground. And in this cave, we find a man with his back turned to us. He's got a robe on, his hood's up over his head, and he's leaned over a book at a table. This table itself is actually earthen hewn out of the ground, and he's writing something in his book. Behind him stands a man about the same height, wearing a wooden mask. And this man is explaining to him the adventurers fought their way through the cemetery of Elturel into this catacomb. And beneath the catacomb, there was this portal, and there was a knight that was writhing in agony, almost as though he were seizing from these things going through him. And the heroes collected this man away from the portal and tried to sneak him out of the catacombs. And the gnome amongst the party pulled his cloak around him, deep around him, and climbed aboard his flying umbrella and grabbed the man. And he looked out to this elven man that was a member of the party, Gilwyn, and was like, hey, I need to make sure we get out of here safely. Do what you gotta do. So the elven man cast Pass Without Trace, turned into a small animal, spider, rat. Doesn't really matter what the creature was, but it climbed into the pocket of the gnome, and off these three flew up the stairs to try to sneak out. So stealthy were they that it was unlikely even a god could spot them. The man at the table seems to be writing all of this down. The rest of the party made their way up the stairs, and as they did, they found themselves next to someone they had met before. A warrior of a woman clad in obsidian and black leather. Standing with her was a druid who had summoned a wildfire elemental, and as well as a leonin, a knight of some kind, perhaps a fighter, perhaps a paladin, no one's really sure. And they had also fought their way towards this catacomb, but they were late. They did not notice the stealthy gnome as the gnome and the body and the spider elf made their way out. They did, however, notice the rest of the party, and the Leonin got into an argument with our Harengon Rowan, who was basically like, "You're a dickbag, and let me tell you why. You're being racist. You're being rude. We need to do what we can to save the city, and saving the city is the people, not necessarily the geographical buildings of the city." Ultimately, though, everybody made it out of this catacomb and made their way back to Feria. Feria was the cleric leader that was the last standing leader of the Church of Torm. She prepared an exorcism to save this warrior that they had found, this knight that they had found in the catacomb. The catacomb knight turned out to be older Ravengard, who was simultaneously possessed by the voices of Torm and Baphomet, leader of the demon horde. And again, this guy at the table seems to be jotting all of this down, not turning around looking at the other man who's talking to him. A ritual ensued to exorcise these voices, these demons. Druzzl collected a greatsword from a tomb of a forgotten hero. He used that greatsword as part of the ritual with Feria, and it took several moments to well up energy. And during this time, will-o-wisps, spirits of light, tried to attack the party, and the party rebuked them. They defeated them at every step. It was cacophonous and brutal and continuous, and it just didn't seem to want to end. But as the last light of the will-o-wisps faded, they were able to remove the helm of Torm's sight from Older Ravengard. Once he was free of the possession, he explained to the group what he had seen. This terrible vision of the end of days and the city that fell and this war that's going on. And this actually triggered the elephant in the room, or for that matter, the holophant that was in the room, Lulu. Lulu, ignited by these visions, by these memories, he explained to us that she remembered an alabaster palace, that she remembered after she fled her ownership with Zariel as Zariel's mount, that she came upon a demon, and this demon wanted the sword of Zariel that the Holophant had managed to sequester away. They battled. Lulu got away, but the sword was left. The sword was secure, at last the Holophant knew, but was no longer in her possession. It's in the alabaster palace of this demon. She also spoke of two kinkus by the name of Tuka and Clonk at Fort Knucklebone, that these kinku would be able to let us know where to go for collecting this sword. The man at the table writes all this down and turns back and finally looks over his shoulder to the person who is recanting these details. The person that's recanting these details in the wooden mask looks up and says, "I shall continue to watch them, but I think the time has come that the main party will be leaving Elturel should they find a way out. When they do, will you be waiting for them?" The man who's writing notes simply looks up and says, "I have been told that for the story to continue, they shall meet me here." The man in the wooden mask nods, and when he nods, he disappears in a flourish of sparkles, and that's where we pick up. Our party is back in Elturel. We have successfully freed Older Ravengard, and we know our next mission, basically. I want to be clear, Rowan is basically like, this is a terrible idea. I want to protect the city. We can't protect the city if we leave the city. And he's
pulling a Batman.
He basically suggests he is. He basically suggests that if the party intends to leave the city, that I need a 10-day, which is the Forgotten Realms equivalent of a week, which is a 10-day week, or 2 weeks as far as downtime is concerned. Basically, we need to establish our defenses before the party leaves. He also requests that the party allow him to keep the caravan. Out of game, the whole reason we created the caravan was so that players could play multiple characters, and nobody has played multiple characters except for the DM, which is fine. That's totally fine. I don't mind. But if nobody else is going to play multiple characters, for the sake of simplicity, out of game, I suggest we leave the caravan in the city to protect it, because frankly, that's more than the game ever expected them to have. That's a mini army to protect the city.
At this point, I would argue it's at least a good regiment.
You know,
Yeah,
a standard army.
It's a full garrison. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
A militia, if you would.
Rowan basically suggests that before you guys leave the city, we need to out of game numbers take 10 for 20 and have completely explored the cathedral and have completely explored the catacombs. And I repeat that we should do it as a 10 for 20. I don't think we should necessarily role play the downtime. I think it should be downtime that we use as a caravan to secure those 2 locations, and then the party should find its way down to the surface. Rowan says, I don't know that I should go with you. Let's see how things play out, because someone needs to stay here in command of the garrison, and Rowan would volunteer to be in command of the garrison. But he would offer that when we find our way down to the surface, that really we only have a couple of options. Lulu can fly, Fick can fly. Now, arguably, Fick's umbrella can be summoned back up. So basically, Fick can be like, here you go, Gilwyn, my umbrella is yours. And then fly the umbrella down, and then Gilwyn can whistle for the umbrella, and the umbrella will come back and grab the next person, so on and so forth, etc. One person at a time. And that could get everybody down. Or we can climb down the chains. But the long and short is, if we're going to continue this story to hunt for this sword of Zariel, we're going to have to go down to the surface of Avernus. Rowan isn't necessarily on board with that. Rowan is of the mindset that we were here to save Ravengard. That's it. So Rowan's like, we saved Ravengard. What the hell do we care about the sword? Let's just save the city.
This is more than I signed on for.
Not that this is more than I signed on for, so much as that's a completely separate adventure. Right now, we're not done saving the city. If you guys want to go for the sword, I respect it, I get it, but I've got to protect the city. So, out of game, I'm requesting downtime for the party because we haven't had it in a while. And my roleplay justifications are there, garrisoning the building of Torm's Hall or the High Hall, stuff like that. But in game, those are Rowan's mentality of staying behind. Where's everybody else's mentality at?
I'm definitely on board with the downtime.
Out of game or in game?
Both.
What's your reason for downtime in game?
We just went through hell and back. I'm taking a break.
Break doesn't apply, so I'm gonna have to ask again, what's your reasoning for downtime? Because remember, even in game, we're not getting a break if we stay in. We have so much stuff we have to do. There's technically exhaustion that can occur from us being in hell. The numbers of people dying still going up.
Fair enough.
From a roleplay perspective, there isn't a break that's occurring.
It would just be 2 weeks of getting everybody established in the garrison, making sure there are no more threats in the castle, working on anything we need to work on.
Yeah.
In that sense.
So, Gert, what's your in-game reasoning for asking for downtime?
I guess it would be to help get everyone self-sufficient before we leave high and dry.
In the name of Fick, of course.
Of course. Everything I do is in the name of Fick.
That would be blasphemy otherwise.
Can you commit blasphemy against yourself?
I don't know.
All right, Gilwyn, what do you think? Do you want to go straight for the sword? Do you care about the fact that there's another party of adventurers here in the name of Tiamat? Where do you stand on everything, out of game and in game?
The the only downtime I could see Gilman taking would be to like help the transition to make sure that everybody's set up in at least in a way that they're self-sufficient.
So if you took downtime, it would be in the perspective of you would roll the carousing downtime, but you're carousing with fellow soldiers, so to speak.
Yeah, you could say it. You could put it that way. Helping Rowan in the transition. Well, I guess everybody knows Rowan enough that the leadership transition wouldn't really.
But you both agree with leaving the caravan behind?
Yeah, because at this point, this seems like the last base camp, so to speak, before we get so deep in the shit that it's just gonna cost more lives than save bringing them with us. We can still send people back somehow, or find a way to send people back.
Druzzl, what's your mentality before we ask Jaime about how he feels about where we're at?
I'm of the mentality that if we do downtime, I want to be learning more. I.e., I want to be.
You don't care as much about garrisoning the fort, so to speak.
So
out of game or in game, I guess is the question. Because both mentalities have to be considered, your player mentality and your character mentality.
The character mentality would probably be a balance between learning more Warlock and what's going on there, and
there's a lot of power going on around you, and you feel like you need to tap into it before you go any further.
Partially, I know that a week's not going to get me another level, but at the same time, he wants to make sure that everybody's safe, that everybody's secure, that we don't have to really worry about the caravan anymore.
So you agree with leaving the caravan behind, but you also wouldn't want to abandon it unless you knew it was secure first?
Yes.
Okay. Jaime, GM. The party, despite losses of life that are inevitable, seems to be in the agreement that leaving the caravan behind is a good idea. That leaving the caravan behind secures the survivors that we've found. Which means two things going your way. One is whatever character that you decide to play moving forward with us as your GMPC is probably whoever we're going to be stuck with for at least a little while.
Right.
Since the caravan's not with us. So that needs to be considered. But two, before we move ahead, we all seem to be in agreement that we need at least a week, even if that's only 5 days, to secure the people before the party moves ahead. Forgotten Realms week is a 10-day, which is 10 days, obviously, as the name suggests. Or 5 days is what a downtime needs. But I think the party is requesting a downtime before we move too far ahead. Before we try to make it down to the ground. Given everything that we've been through, are we able to get one of those?
I will allow it. Lulu will not be happy the entire time, though.
Understandable.
I don't blame her. Do we get a 10-day or just 5?
I will give you a 5-day. You can take a 10-day, but if you do, Lulu will go ahead.
I'm out of game. So all roleplay aside, guys, out of game. Me, Carl. I volunteer that a 5-day is good enough. What does everybody else think? Gilwin, you go.
I was gonna say 10 days is excessive given the urgency of the location.
Well, 5 days good enough.
Yeah.
Okay, Thick, Gurk, player, 5-day. How do you
Five-
feel about it?
5 days is fine.
Druzzle, 5-day or 10?
Should be 5 days. Should be more than enough.
I sort of agree. Out of game, 5 days gives to Jaime, since I have 2 players, I'm dealing with this right now. 5 days gives Felix everything he needs for crafting for 2 magic items.
Okay.
So, for my other character, so 5 days is more than enough for anything I personally had planned as a player. So we're all in agreement of 5 days. Starting with, I guess, Gilwin, I'll pull up the rules for downtime.
The rules.
Yeah, the rules, so that we can make the rolls. How are you spending your downtime? You said you felt like carousing with the caravan was probably your most likely.
Yeah. Getting people put into new leadership positions. And basically just making it so that everybody is in a self-sufficient role.
Browsing downtime 5e. I've just Googled, pulling up the rules. No, I want the D&D Beyond rules, not the random ass rules. So that we can start with you on what your role needs to be.
Okay.
Rousing requires 10, 50, or 250 gold pieces to spend while carousing.
I don't even know if gold. Where's my...
10 would qualify for what you're doing, I feel.
You think?
Mostly because our group's already together. Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, 10 gold would absolutely cover it because it's lower, middle, and upper class, and we're soldiers. You're carousing with the soldiers. That's 10. That's the lower class, I would feel, in this particular context.
Well, I'm arguing I'm carousing with the leadership of people who were putting into leadership roles, essentially. So
I would still only argue a maximum of 50 gold piece. Given where we're at, 250 doesn't necessarily make sense. Nobility is irrelevant where we're at.
Yeah, I'll do 50.
Okay.
Yeah.
I need a persuasion check from you.
One moment. Persuasion. That is a flat until I get my next level of ranger.
Oof.
Can I guidance myself?
You can.
Cool.
You can also give yourself advantage because you're a druid and can create an animal companion that does aid another.
I'll do that then.
Tell me how you roleplay it. How does your animal companion help you?
Ooh, good question. As far as the animals that I can summon. Okay. Could I just flavor wise summon a bear?
Yeah, I mean, Oso de la Fez is the dancing bear that rolls around on a ball like it's a unicycle and has a fez on his head.
Yeah. Well, not necessarily that, but there's like that the bear that the Polish army adopted in World War II that would do things like help move crates and ammunition.
Oh, sure. That's how you do it.
So I've just got a buddy around, anywhere that is in need of help.
The group needs a heavy lifter to raise wooden barricades and whatnot, and your bear just walks up and starts shoving them up. That's what you're saying?
Yeah.
Jaime, how do you feel about that roleplay?
I'll allow it.
All right, there you go. So you have advantage, and you have a D4 bonus from guidance, persuasion. Oof. Roll your D4. You have a 9.
9. Ouch.
Ouch. You've made no new allies in this process, but you did help barricade as necessary. You just didn't get any negatives. You just didn't get any positives.
Fair. I did exactly what I set out to do.
Druzzl, you're in the process of learning. Are you going to spend time with your warlock trainer?
Is there a way that we can that we can do like a practical learning to where like I'm learning about it by helping everyone?
So we haven't finished exploring the catacombs, and we haven't finished exploring the even the area that our allies are hidden in. Obviously, the discovery of the hero greatsword is proof of that. So, from a roleplay perspective, yes. From a mechanical perspective, it wouldn't change anything for you other than you gaining a week of training.
Okay.
So flavor-wise, you just say that you went and helped clear.
Then yeah, my bat and I would go and help clear the catacombs and learn more about being a warlock.
Okay, do you work with Nathaniel? Do you work with... I'm hunting the warlocks in our party right now.
Wynn is one. She's the druid and genie warlock. There's the great old one warlock too. I can't remember his name.
Crap. I'm looking at Caravan of Boston and Survivors of El Terrell, and the only warlock I see is Nathaniel, which is the goo warlock.
Yeah.
Wynn is also a warlock. She is a...
Who is Wynn? Oh, Wynn Selfa, warlock genie, known as the Wind Charmer. Wynn is a student of Candlekeep who wanted to acquire field experience. She's resourceful and curious, a specialist in wind-based magics. She dyes her hair green to match her verdant eyes, wears a short brown cloak, and can be seen wandering around with her floating draconic familiar. She is never without her tall silver staff and an emerald on top, and silver wisps around it. So, do you spend time with Wynn Silpha, or do you spend time with Nathaniel?
One sec.
He doesn't like Druzzl. Nathaniel doesn't like Druzzl.
Yeah, I don't think it would be Nathaniel.
That's why I'm asking my question.
Denal is also a warlock.
Who's Denal?
Denal Karlov.
Karlov,
He's the paladin that follows Fick.
And you've already had contact with him. Druzzl has.
Where's Denal Korlov in our characters? I don't even see Denal. Jaime, looks like you gotta add Denal to our caravan.
Below Chester and above Neilhan.
Chester.
Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like six total entries from the bottom of the caravan.
On on Caravan of Boston?
Yes.
Yes.
February
So,
6th, 2022.
Scrolled all the way to the bottom. I have Grinner. Scrolling up, Thurkir, Wynn, Cirque, Neilhan, Denal Karlov. Ah, yes, Paladin, Warlock, Celestial. Denal is a human who lived an aristocratic lifestyle, but tired of living under the expectations of his older sister, seeking a name for himself. The dashing Denal. Yeah. So, yeah, you could train with Denal.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've already trained with Denal since I'm a celestial warlock anyway.
Okay. loading training right now to double check and make sure there's no bonus rolls or rolls you need to make. I don't think there is. I think there's just a percentile chance that something goes wrong. That's for every 10 work weeks spent, you have a 10% chance of something going wrong. And 10 work weeks nets, 4 work weeks nets you the level. So, yeah, nothing would go wrong. You don't even have a roll. You just get to tally up that you knocked a week out of training on your warlock levels.
Cool.
Lucky you. But for Jaime's roleplay perspective, he spends time with Denal for a week. All right, that leaves us with Fick.
I
Fix.
am doing my.
I was about to say you're
my
doing
best.
stuff in the name of your of you being a god, right?
Right, healing, setting up stuff like that, and just generally being a badass in front of people and crowds.
To me, that
Carousing.
still sounds like carousing.
Just,
Okay, I'm fine
just
with that.
proselytizing. So that is definitely carousing.
I gotta pull the carousing rules back up. All right. 10 gold, 50 gold, or 250 gold worth of carousing. Obviously,
50.
250 is probably irrelevant, so 50 gold. All right, spend 50 gold and make me a persuasion check. Guidance, and you also have a familiar that you could technically do advantage with. You just got to tell me how you use your familiar for it, for roleplay purposes.
Mine's a monkey, isn't it?
Monkey is what you wanted, given that it's based on, that the familiar you were given was based on your personality. When the familiar was cast, you ended up with like a raccoon creature.
All right, so I have it with me, and it's doing like shows and shit, like performing.
So you're actively trying to keep morale up.
Yes.
That work for you, Jaime?
Sure.
Cool. Persuasion check with advantage. Do you have the ability to cast guidance on yourself?
No, I do not.
Okay.
I
just
have
persuasion with advantage.
Inspiration. Where's my deck? There it is.
$17.
Nice.
You made 2 allied contacts among the people of Elturel. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean just the people. Don't forget we have the Grinner, which is the Vrock that has been helping us, and other things. So, basically, 2 favors are owed to you. However you want to track that, the game allows you to hang on to those for random people we meet later. Or maybe, you made them with Lulu, so that later you can spend them with Tuka and Clonk if you want to, which are the 2 ravens, the Kinku people that we're supposed to meet at Fort Knucklebone. So, are you going
I
to
think
hang
I'm
on
going
to
to
them?
save it for them.
You're going to save
I think I'm going to
your
save
2
it for the
favors?
Kinko. Yeah.
2 favors with... I'm writing this down, Jaime, just so you know, so that I can keep it in my notes. But if you want to keep them in your notes. Rowan is going to use his downtime for training. Do we have a ranger in the training that he can train with?
There is. Well, Thurkir's a ranger.
Aha! Rowan's going to spend his time with Thurkir without hesitation. Thurkir's a badass.
I was gonna say you've got Thurkir. Captain Seahawk is also a ranger.
Yeah, no, Thurkir. Now that I know that Thurkir is an option, yeah, he just spent the last week training with Thurkir.
Okay.
Cool.
As for Boston, I'll go ahead and make his checks and then close his thing. You can do 2. Advantage and familiar, obvious. He's item crafting, and his familiar is, well, it's an expansion of his spellbook, so obvious. Where is it at? Is that accurate? I don't know if that's accurate. It is accurate. Sweet.
Oops.
We're at 25. Nailing his target goal on the thing he needs the sand from the river Styx for. Plus some, but irrelevant on the plus sum. And then for his second magic item, I need to look up D&D Beyond. This is technically a magic item specifically for Gilwyn. And then I will whisper to you what this is in a moment, Jaime.
Okay.
I just need to know what tier of this is. Very rare, so it goes uncommon. It goes common, uncommon, rare, very rare. 10, 15, 20, 25. I need to hit a 25 on this to craft this. Oh no, I'm sorry, I need to hit a 20 on this to craft this.
Neat. I think you got
28.
it.
Yep. Okay, I'm sending a whisper right now. /W. Yeah, I fucking 28 when 30 could be legendary. Yeah, I did pretty good. What do you mean whisper not found? /WGN.
You can always right click on your dice tower.
There. I'll just
Aha.
type it short. Yeah, I'll keep typing.
Copy that.
Fair.
Note received.
Cool. I'll close Felix in a second. I just want to make sure I spend the ingredients necessary out of my inventory for those. Well, actually, I don't need to spend the ingredient for the first roll because I still need to get the ingredient for the first roll. But I can spend the ingredient for this one, which is going to be... Oh. The ingredient for this one, Jaime, and it's going to affect the flavor of this particular magic item, is a bag of dust of the dead men.
Carl,
Yes?
I thought of something else I did while I was in my downtime when you get a second. Or should I just tell you now?
I mean, you can tell me now. I need to figure out where my gold is in my inventory because I got to spend some of that for this too.
I learned how to make an apple pie.
Nice. I love it. To do that, by the way, Jaime,
Hmm?
my inventory is now at 0 for money. The rarity on that item required me to empty all of the money I had. So Felix is now completely broke for cash. He had the magic items, but completely broke for the cash.
Copy.
So, okay. That is the downside of downtime. We are all done. And, yeah, a week has passed. How do you guys want to get down out of the city? Rowan offers the strategery of Fick needs to go down first. There's an entire army beneath the city. He can distract them and draw them away from us as we go down. He can roll stealth before he gets down there and cause all sorts of distractions. Gilwyn could go with him to cover his back if he needed to, and that would be great. But at the end of the day, there is an entire army beneath this city, and we need to get down to the bottom, to the ground below us. We can crawl down the chains, or we can use Thick with back and forth flying to get people down and a solid stealth check, which for that case, Thick and Gilwyn would need to make their stealth check to make that happen.
And the stealth spell goes away once we get 30 feet away.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You guys wouldn't just get to the bottom and we'll be fine. But make the stealth check to make sure we're not attacked by that whole army. But if Fick can get to the bottom, he can also cause a distraction within the army to lure them away from our location, or we can crawl down the chains. Those are the only two ways down that I know of, is flying and chains. Rowan suggests, he's an artificer, Rowan suggests that he can help you guys make some gliders, like hang gliders, to go down. Ornithopters or some shit. But otherwise, yeah, that's where Rowan is at. Where is the rest of the party at? Fick's fine with being the distraction? Are you fine with trying to lure the army away so that we can crawl down the chains? Or are you going to try to carry people down?
No, I want to lure the army away.
Remember, if you get caught, there's literally 10,000 bad guys down there.
That's why Gilwyn's coming with me.
True. With Gilwyn at your side, you can roll a hell of a fucking stealth. With Gilwyn at your side, you have the best stealth in the game, I'm pretty sure. What's your base stealth roll?
I think it's like a plus 12.
Don't give me a
No, plus 8.
Oh, it's
plus
only
8.
A plus 8. Really? Felix has a higher stealth roll than you?
Gilwyn has a higher stealth.
Oh boy. So that's if you want to try to be a distraction, just remember you get caught, you're fucked. That's an option. Druzzl, do you have any ideas? While everybody's thinking about this, I'm gonna flip my mic up so that I can walk to the bathroom, but I can still hear you guys.
Druzzl would be keen to go down the chains.
He doesn't seem like the flying type.
I don't think I have ever flown.
I'm just kind of going based off of dwarven stereotypes.
Racist.
It's been established Gilwyn is kind of racist.
Okay with Gilwyn being racist, considering Rowan is about to leave the party. So somebody's got to replace him for the racism.
I mean, yeah, Rowan was worse, so it just eclipsed Gilwyn's. But Gilwyn, yeah, he has prejudices based off of your race.
Are you playing the elf dwarf stereotypical racism that it would exist? Because that's kind of fun.
We've had a little bit of that.
Hey, Zar, do you have an opinion on who you're going to bring in the party with us?
I'm assuming you're talking to me. I haven't been referred to as that in a long time.
Yeah, we're recording the thing, so I'm trying to stop using people's names.
I have everyone's given name on the recording as it is.
Yeah, I know, but it helps me for practice since I'm going to be streaming and I don't want to be using people's names in the stream.
Fair enough.
So, but yeah, do you have an idea on who you want to bring with us? Because if you have an idea on who you want to bring with us, out of game, Rowan is suggesting Thurkir join the party again because we all love Thurkir. But I also really like our last spy we had, and he was a badass. But if you know who you want to bring, you know how they want to get down the chains.
I'm okay with any members of the party. Let's see. Grin can always help fly people down. Thurkir would definitely climb down the chains. Wynn, I think, actually knows a levitate spell. Let's see. Cirque is dexterous enough that he can get down the chains easily. Nilhan would prefer flight, but I don't think that he has a way to do so. Donal is all about the chains. Nimble and the Mimic are probably going to stay with the city.
Makes sense.
Or Nimble and Chester. Because as
I'm guessing Lulu's all about flying down, yeah?
well, yeah, I mean, she's going to fly next to whomever regardless. Her stubby little legs without hands, don't really promote climbing.
Can she go big? She is a mount for an angel. She has the ability to go big. Can she go big for us?
I actually don't know if she has unlocked that yet. Let me double check.
Okay.
She cannot change size yet.
So Druzzle's about climbing. She's about ferrying herself. Rowan suggests Fick ferrying everybody. Fick is about distracting the army while everybody else climbs. Gilwyn, where's your mentality at?
If it's not going to be if I'm not going to help Vic with a stealth roll,
I'm not causing the distraction without that help.
I know, Fick. That's why I'm curious where Gilwyn's headset is.
Okay.
If his headset is that.
Gilman has always been on the side of the little guy, like literally.
Since
day one, he's been
my
attached.
plan, just so you know, and I would make this known to the group before it happens. My plan for a distraction is to set up an explosion of some sort in the so everyone's looking the opposite direction while people come down.
Yeah, that's totally fine. That's a total fine distraction. Gilwyn, you're what now?
Since day one, Gillen has been on the side of, been enamored with Fick, and it's not because he claims to be a god, but it's just because he's a little dude, and I don't know.
He does so much for being so small.
Yeah,
You're Gandalf, and he's Bilbo, and it's the idea that little people can do so much. I respect that. So what you're saying is you would follow whatever Fick suggested.
Pretty much, and we've kind of been that duo since the game started, where like Fick was even riding me for a time. We were gonna come up with that saddle that would change shape with me until he got his umbrella.
Yeah, I did kind of forget about that. I should go back.
And it's even written into the lore of the Wood Elves that they are particularly fond of halflings and the small humanoids. So I think this was just kind of a fascination at first that just turned into, he's my little buddy, nobody touches my little buddy.
So, Jaime, sounds like as a party, we want to climb down the chains, but we're not going to do so until Fick and Gilwyn make it to the bottom of the chains and cause a distraction to lure people away from the chains. We're going to try to climb down. Does your game, your story, sort of have room for that? Nobody out of game. Nobody wants to try to, create hang gliders or something to get down to the bottom, or a fucking hot air balloon or some shit.
I think Lulu should do the paraglider.
Lulu can fly.
I'm fully aware of this. And I'm
Okay.
telling you, I probably don't need to be.
Druzzl, what do you think?
I mean, I don't think I've ever flown. So it would be an interesting experience.
The general rule, you would choose climbing before you would choose randomly flying on something you're not sure whether or not would be safe?
As a monk, yes.
Okay. So then there you are. Zar, Jaime, we are talking about climbing down the chains with making sure that the army at the bottom is distracted elsewhere via Gilwyn and Fix getting down. They're going to stealth check to fly down to make sure they're not spotted until they're at the bottom when they want to cause their distraction. And then they're going to do whatever it is they're going to do when they cause their distraction. And in that process, Druzzl and Gilwyn are going to climb down. I'm really trying to decide if Rowan's going to come down to the bottom with you guys and then climb back up. He can get back up to the top if he needs. Especially now that he has the ability to fly, even though that fly is only 5 feet. He can jump with the jump spell. He can jump 45 feet at a time. So arguably, he can get himself back up just fine as he needs to. So he's going to help the party get down to the bottom. And then he's going to go back up. So that's where we're at. Jaime, what do you need from us?
Okay. So, first things first, I'm going to put a wrench into your plans. You said that you want to try and cause a distraction with an explosion. That's going to be a problem. This is literally a battlefield. Explosions are happening all over the place already.
Oh.
Good point.
A fire?
Do they have an arsenal?
This is hell!
Do they have stacks of gunpowder somewhere? Because that's what he means by an explosion. He makes it to their arsenal and detonates it. In which case, does he need to make a perception check on top of his... So stealth check, then a perception check to find the arsenal, then go blow it up?
I will allow that, yes.
Because if he does, I'm going to pull up my character sheet, Rowan. I'm going to make where are my skills? An alchemy check, which I haven't added to my skills yet, of course. So it's an intelligence +2 because of my widget wand. So d20 +6. That's perception and intelligence. No, I'm sorry, not perception, intelligence. Proficiency and intelligence. I'm sorry, a d20 +8 +2 because of the widget wand. So +10. A d20 +10 to create him a device he can chuck into their arsenal.
Okay.
AKA alchemist fire, thunder bomb, that sort of thing.
Right.
So d20 plus, what did I just say it was? 10? Yeah, +10.
10.
Yo, that just bounced all around the screen. Can we drop you directly in the dice tray? Thanks.
Huzzah.
For a 20, do I successfully create something that can potentially detonate, aka give him advantage on his cause distraction check?
Sure.
Okay. So, Fick, we need a stealth check from
Yes.
you. We need a perception check from you, and then a stealth
What
check
first?
from you. Jaime, what first? Is
All right.
perception or is stealth?
Well, first I'll need a stealth.
Alright, and that one I have advantage on. I have pass without trace, correct?
Yeah, you have Gilwin in your pocket.
Alright. So advantage plus 10 for the stealth check. Here we go. $29.
Okay.
That includes the plus 10? Fuck
I
yeah.
am stealth. And now I need a perception check, you said?
One moment. When did you start your stealth check?
As soon as I jumped off the cliff.
Okay.
Hang on, I'll be there in just a second. I gotta put dinner.
Well, that's what the hissing is in the background.
Yeah, we're doing pork chops tonight.
Very nice. Perception will be next, yes.
Alright, do I get advantage on it from my companion again?
Only if you have your companion helping you. Which your familiar doesn't fly, so I'm willing to bet he's stuck with you on the umbrella, so he can't really help you on this.
Another set of eyes to see where I'm looking for. Is what I was thinking.
Jaime, what do you think? Does his familiar help him?
I don't see why not.
Okay. So advantage on perception check. To find the arsenal. Or to find an arsenal to detonate.
Ooh. Not good.
With a 14, is he able to find an arsenal of weapons to detonate?
I was trying to think of the words.
Ah.
So, you are glancing around this, or you're glancing around this battlefield. Silver claws and blood are flying everywhere. It is too distracting. You do not see an arsenal.
Out of game, this battlefield, Jaime / Gurk, so you're paying attention to this. It's devils and demons, correct?
Affirmative.
So Gurk, from lore perspective, because that's all I've got to work on, the river Styx below the city, demons are crawling out of it into hell, and devils are fighting them, and all you can see is just chaos of devils and demons fighting each other. So basically, I created a bomb for you to give you an advantage to create distraction. The fact that you couldn't find a target negates the advantage I gave you.
Yeah, I know.
Can he just drop the bomb and hopefully create a distraction? And is there a role for that?
Where are you dropping the bomb?
Just in the chaos of the people, since he couldn't find a
Officer's
target.
tent. Yeah.
You can go ahead and roll for a distraction, but it will be at a disadvantage. Like I said, this is an active battlefield. There's explosions everywhere already.
Okay, what role would it be to create the distraction?
I'll make it a charisma roll.
Roll for chaos.
I whispered to you, Jaime.
Sure. Deception.
So a deception check. Which he 19'd as a base charisma. Are you trained in deception, Vic?
I'm looking. Hang on. I believe so. Yep, I'm proficient.
So what's your proficiency modifier? 4. So 23.
Okay. I just said I was going to mean it. Oh, wait.
Oh, that should have been a deception at disadvantage, which he did not roll at disadvantage. So click disadvantage and then click the
Roll deception.
roll. Yep. For a 13. So he's trying to cause a distraction while Druzzl and Rowan try to make their way down the chain.
Making my way.
Yep.
What do you need from us to make our way down the chain?
An athletics check. Strength.
I have my mutation from the Ichor, which allows me to fly 1 tick at a time. It's 5 feet at a time. If I activate jump and jump spell, so I can 45-foot jump at a time as my bonus action, and then jump as an action for me would be 20 feet. That's 65 feet a turn. Can I use that and just roll a stealth check to get down, ignoring the athletics to hang on to the chain?
No.
No, it's straight up athletics to hang on to make it down. Okay, well, on the plus side, if I fall, I don't fall. So, Druzzl, you and me got to make our rolls. Because of my ability to quote unquote fly and jump, can I get advantage on my athletics?
I will allow it.
Okay.
So you can move at, or you can climb down at normal speed. There are, like, the chains themselves are 30 feet long, 20 feet wide, and they're formed of a welded loop that is 5 feet thick.
Jeez.
So on the plus side, guys, there's stats on the chains, which means we're doing this the right way.
The chain links are covered in 1 foot long iron barbs that make them easy to move along, so you can actually move your normal movement speed down these chains.
Oh shit. Okay.
You're just climbing.
Do we have to roll to move our normal movement speed down that chain?
No, you just have to roll to make sure that you don't fall.
And it's athletics to make sure that we don't fall?
Yes.
Well, yeah, I'm not worried about falling because of my fly, so I got a 15, but the 15 is unnecessary because even if I fall, I could stop myself. So.
Yeah. And each roll represents 1 minute on the chain.
Oh, how many minutes will it take to get to the bottom of the chain?
5.
5. And he only got a 14 on his distraction, so who knows if if they're successfully distracted and we get to the bottom. Okay, Druzzl, what do you got?
Well, I've been trying to figure out a way to get advantage on this, and I don't think I can.
Hold up. My sister is calling me. She normally only calls me when it's important, so I will be right back.
Uh-oh. Godspeed.
Godspeed.
I know how that feels.
We'll be here when you're done.
Yeah, not to bring the mood down, but when my mom called me at 5:30 in the morning, I knew something was really wrong. So.
I'm sorry, Cam. I didn't catch what you said, buddy. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh. I said, I know how that feels, him getting a random phone call like that.
Yeah. So
When-
does Keith. Keith, in the last couple of days, has had his own negative family contact.
Yeah.
And myself, aside from what you went through, last week I lost 3 people. So I take that back. Last week I lost 2 people, 3 counting your loss. Last couple of weeks have been rough. 2023 just wants to take people.
Mm-hmm.
It's my fault. I haven't been to the hospital yet this year.
That's exactly why it's your fault. Wait, this year? You haven't been back to the hospital since December?
Yep.
Honestly, bro, that's amazing.
That place is doing
I
him
know.
really good.
I'm okay with the fact that it's March and you haven't had to go to the hospital.
It's been so good that I bought advance tickets to a 3-hour movie.
Part of that's going to be and I hate to say this because I don't always agree with the doctors when the doctors blame it on weed, but CVS does have some weed triggers, and you know, you and I are both smoking less weed.
I'm actually smoking about the same, just in vape form.
Vape is a little more pure. They don't like the
Well,
idea
vape
that I might
fucks
have
with me
to-
worse.
Really?
Yeah. Oh God, yeah.
Well, because
Dude,
some
'cause
people, it's
Vaping is a dab pen, and dabs, as a general rule, affect me 10 times harder as far as my CVS is concerned than normal weed does.
really.
Oh yeah, dude. You give me a dab rig and I take like 1 dab, I'm hallucinating. I used to hallucinate that the leprechauns were following me home. I could hear them giggling.
I hallucinated once.
You weren't hallucinating. We were really there.
I believe that. There's a reason why every time we went to gaming at Cam's house, I was like, hey, bro, let me hit your dab pen. Even today, I'm gaming. And, like, I told Keith this earlier, like, that part of gaming, I enjoy being a little messed up when I'm gaming. Which is why I'm on beer number 6 right now.
Nice.
I can't drink anymore. Not even one.
I can't either, but since I'm not smoking, drinking is the choice.
Well,
I would love to smoke, but unfortunately, it's not legal here. I haven't smoked weed. I smoked weed once in Mexico when we were there in January. Otherwise, I haven't smoked since the beginning of January.
Damn.
Yeah, it sucks.
Sorry about that,
Keith,
gentlemen. I'm back.
Oh, welcome back.
Everything okay?
I'll talk about it when we're done recording.
Okay.
Okay.
So Druzzl is trying to figure out how to
forgetting
use
that
his
we are
monkness. Druzzl is trying to. So do I. Trying to figure out how to use his monkness to get down the chain. Druzzl.
So if I activate Step of the Wind because of the jump pieces and the essentially speed that could go with it, would I have advantage on the athletics roll?
Yes, I will allow it.
All right, let me point.
Honestly, Druzzl, you and Rowan could probably make it down the chain, no worries, because of your Step of the Wind and my 5-foot fly. The biggest thing is hopefully the distraction at the bottom works. Otherwise, we're gonna land and get at the bottom of the chain and have to fight people.
Yep. I rolled a 21.
Holy balls!
Excellent.
You and I make it down the chain.
Well, Carl, on the bright side, jumping into an army of devils and demons would make for the perfect use of the pixie polymorph powerhouse.
You're right. the time is about to come. I'm pretty sure you're gonna notice us get to the bottom of the chain and fail at your guys' distraction check.
Okay, and who did you decide was going to go down with you?
We were kind of. I was leaving it up to the DM. Rowan would absolutely suggest Thurkir. Dirk is with the Lobby party, isn't he?
No.
Dirk, the Lobby party.
Idiom is with the Lobby
Idiom,
party.
yeah.
Oh. Okay, so yeah, out of game, Thurkir, Cirque, or the Psychic Spy character are my suggestions. Girk, you go. Who do you think? Thurkir, Psychic, or Dirk?
The cure. I find it funny when he eats our enemies.
Agreed. Druzzl, what do you think?
Like I actively laugh when he does it.
Nice.
I liked. I didn't really get to know Thurkir, did I?
You didn't, but he's a ranger.
I was gonna say,
and
I met him when he was running the girl back.
Yeah, you passed each other on the road.
Nathaniel, or not Nathaniel. Who is our wizard that he
Nilhan.
works with? Nilhan. So it's Cirque, Nilhan, or Thurkir are my votes, and we have 2 votes for Thurkir. So what do you think, Druzzl?
Which is funny because those are the 3 that you've already partied with. So of course you would like them.
Yes, but in that order. Thurkir first is in that order. But anyways, yes, Druzzl.
I'm actually gonna vote for Fenkira.
Who the fuck is that?
He's a gold dragonborn Circle of Wildfire Druid Forge Domain Cleric.
Huh?
Caravan
Good
or
terms with.
Survivors? Caravan
That
or
would
Survivors?
be Caravan, I believe.
She's in the caravan.
And Fenkira?
Yes, Finkira.
Yep.
Yardrick?
Fenkirayar. Is that a J? Erit.
Yarjarik.
Yarit.
She's second from the top
Yarit.
and is actually hostile towards Druzzl.
No, she was a. Oh, she is a hostile. Then the vote would be Denal.
The vote for him would be Denal. Okay, so we've got 2 for Thurkir. We've got 2 for Thurkir, 1 for Denal.
I
Druzzl.
didn't see her under my enemies. That's my bad.
All right, Gilwyn. We have 2 for Thurkir, 1 for Denal. Cirque is a badass. We know this. Nilhan is a psychic badass. We know this. Thurkir eats our enemies. We know this.
Yeah.
Fenkira is a druid like you, which is a badass. We know this. And we have Denal, who is Druzzl's trainer. Now, out of game, he's the only one continuing his quote-unquote Gestalt training. And out of game, that makes me want to suggest Denal to you. Simply because that helps him with roleplay purposes for if we have downtime later.
Yeah.
Ignoring that, no other player has made something that could affect downtime as far as a request, which is why part of me wants to say go with Druzzl's request. But we have 2 saying Thurkir, so
if I say Denal, it'll just make it a tie.
it does make it a tie, in which case I'll tell Jaime to roll a dice to determine which of the 2 comes with us.
So I'll say Denal and make it a tie.
All right, Jaime, it's between Denal and Thurkir. Who do you think is more likely to come with us? Out of game, as a player, I would say bring Denal. In game, I want Thurkir.
That's where I'm at too, bro.
Yeah, so out of game you agree Denal, in game you agree Thurkir?
Yes.
Okay. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, Girk. If you say that you're in that same boat, that we should bring Denal.
Because that gives Girk the
Because it
opportunity.
would actually help someone in the group instead of having it be a wasted opportunity.
Yep. So Thurkir is the roleplay choice. Denal is the mechanics choice. And both of us agree that the out-of-game mechanics choice, Denal, is worth it. Jaime, it's your final decision. You do not have to roll to determine it. It's like 75% Denal, 25% Thurkir. Between the two, which do you think you would enjoy is my question. But I think as a group, we're all on board that Denal's a good idea. Thurkir is the in-game player choice idea. So. And we won't be offended either way if it's either one of them.
I can see myself having fun with either. Honestly, Thurkir is the one that is more fleshed out, just because I've been able to play with him more.
Mm-hmm. Isn't Denal also the one that worships Fick?
Yes.
Out of game, I'm gonna continue. Denal's who needs to come. I think Denal should be.
I second that, just because he's got a lot of ties that just need to be fleshed out in this next arc.
Yeah, there's some roleplay that needs to go down with Denal, and some out of game fun for Fick, or for for Fick, yes, but for Druzzl, for Denal. So yeah, the vote is Denal. So how's Denal getting down the chain?
Denal is climbing.
All right.
Let's see.
Paladin Warlock. You're a Pallylock. Oh, that could be brutal. I haven't seen the stats for Denal, but I'm betting he's a fucking beast.
I'm actually having to level him up. Hold on.
Alright, sir, come to shop.
I could get some of the Warlock Gestalt training up while I'm at it as well.
Well, and honestly, the fact that he's a paladin comes in handy. We're fighting an angel.
True.
And while 5e doesn't have the religious connotations that are attached to paladins, it still comes down to the level of oath that is required to be a paladin is absolutely up there with the level of oath that is required for loyalty of an angel.
I'm sorry. Now my grandma is calling me.
Go for it. Go for it.
Yeah. Take your time. I wonder if Denal's patron is who he is also taking the oath to.
Celestials are typically oathed to angels, so having a celestial warlock paladin, yeah, his oath might actively be like the equivalent of a 3035 paladin. I'm
Fair.
excited for Denal now. I was iffy before, but good choice, Druzzl. Druzzl, next to Boston, Druzzl's the most powerful warlock in the party.
Kind of wish I'd used those last 2 weeks instead of cavorting to Warlock train, because then I'd only need a week.
Yours counted as training.
No. This one, yes. But
Oh,
in the original downtime when I was joining, we had 10 weeks of downtime, and I used 8 for training and 2 for cavorting.
to be fair,
If I'd used those other 2 for training, I'd be at 3 weeks.
it was not 10, it was 9.
Is that really
I
only
have-
a week then?
I have my notes right here. Yeah, it was 9.
Oh. I made 2 enemies and an ally in a week? Holy crap.
Yeah, you rolled shitty as fuck for one of your rolls. You don't remember that?
All right, I'm back again.
Really?
All right. Now we need to get Denal down the chain, Zar.
Yep, he is going to be climbing down, so... let's see.
I'm excited to see what Denal can do. Moreover, Rowan is going to take Thurkir on as his second in command as far as defending the city goes, since the caravan's staying behind. Rowan's basically like, I'm going to help these guys get down the chain. I'm going to help them get started on the next leg of their adventure, and then I'm coming back. While I'm gone, you're in charge. When I get back, you're my number 1.
Yeah, the Cure accepts that.
Solid. I love it. I could just see Thurkir eating devil and demon sandwiches.
Not Demon. Demon has a chance to mutate him. What are you talking about?
I'm curious, does he care as long as it doesn't negatively impact him?
He cares because he knows that it has a chance to negatively impact him. He's a carnivore. He's not stupid.
I guess that was my curiosity. Does he know that it could impact him?
Oh yeah, he's a Horizon Walker.
Oh, that's right. He knows all about dimensional enemies. Extra dimensional enemies. Got it. Okay. What's
Okay.
Denal got?
So Denal's stats are actually in Beyond, so I'm going to be rolling there.
That's fine. We respect it. You're the GM. We don't need to see all your rolls. You can tell us and we'll believe you whatever you roll.
Oh no. Oh good.
Oh, no.
Okay. I misread that. I thought that he rolled a 2, but my dice only made it look like a 2. Apparently he rolled a 9.
Oh.
Much better than a 2.
A lot better than a 2.
Significantly better than a 2.
Okay, so he got a 15 on his athletics. So he's climbing down. He unfortunately doesn't have any way to really speed himself up.
So Druzzle's in the front. Him and I are in the back, side by side.
Yep, pretty much.
Can you go ahead and describe Denal for me again? I want to get in roleplay visual with him.
Okay, let's see. He keeps his hair black, short, and trimmed. He has a goatee that is perfectly groomed. He has a fair complexion. And, let's see, he keeps himself very clean and very well kept. He actually comes out of habit from his aristocratic lifestyle. And he actually has, he has an ear cuff that kind of goes along his right ear that has a depiction of an angel.
Of course it does.
Anyone who's asked him about it, which would likely be either Fick or Druzzl, would know that it is actually a depiction of Liesa, an angel beholden to the Karlov family.
Liesa?
Liesa, yes, Liesa. And she is the one who he made a celestial pact with, and taught him the ways of the paladin.
I may make this character's story relevant because I had to write this down in my notes.
Relevant to what?
To all of it. I was joking mostly, but I now need to know what's going on with this dude and his angel connection with his family.
Well, he went out seeking a name for himself. When he joined the party, he was only a level 2 paladin. He was trying to find someone or something to swear his oath to, and he found it in Fick.
Answered my question.
Oh, that poor deluded soul.
Poor unfortunate souls.
Let's see. What did I give him for his oath? Sacred Oath? Oath of the Watchers? I don't even remember that.
So he's recording the history of the world and his allies.
He's recording the history of Fick.
Oh my God, he's a prophet, Fick. He is your prophet. He is recording your quote-unquote Bible. Well, and in this case, because Druzzl was in particular with wanting him to come along, Druzzl's connection to your story.
Now the question is, do I use that to fuck with him or not?
At the moment, no. At the moment, you just accept that we have somebody who, like Boston, respects and accepts that you're a god. Because remember, the only reason you're a god is because people believe you're a god.
Mm-hmm.
This guy could be the head of your church. You do not want to fuck with him when you could use it to create your church.
Or do it in such a right way that he finds it funny as well.
I mean, yeah, but it's still got to come down to within the honoring of the quote-unquote Church of Fick.
Right.
The Church of the Mask, as it were.
Oh, I just looked up the Oath of the Watchers. This is way too fitting, too.
Okay.
Oath of the Watchers binds paladins to protect mortal realms from the predations of extraplanar creatures.
Oh. He's a man after Gilman's heart.
Let's see. The tenets of the Watchers are vigilance. The threats you are facing are cunning, powerful, and subversive. Be ever alert for their corruption. Never accept gifts or favors from fiends or those who truck with them. Stay true to your order, your comrades, and your duty. You are the shield against the endless terrors that lie beyond the stars. Your blade must forever be sharp and your mind keen to survive what lies beyond. They are literally planar hunters.
That's
Like,
too perfect.
It's the paladin version of the Horizon Walker.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Nice.
I'm excited. That's amazing.
He also knows Moonbeam.
Fuck yeah. That's a powerful ass spell.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah, apparently he gets that through his class. Or through his oath. That is funny.
Jesus H.
Yeah, I hope you like him.
I support this decision. I'm glad we have landed on this guy to be who's joining us. That's to me is great. I'm in. I support it.
Okay. So after the first minute, let's see, or both Rowan and Druzzl are actually leaping off of the chains every once in a while, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, we both, aesthetically speaking, would do that. Sure, because he's got Step of the Wind. He's basically doing the 70s
basically-
movie monk wire fighting sort of mentality of going down him. And I've got my 5 foot of flight every now and then. So whenever I basically misstep, I activate my flight and then continue on because I'm jumping down them. Yeah.
Okay.
Really, basically the way everybody rolled except for our distraction. I think all of us getting down the chain is not the problem. The distraction's going to be the problem.
Okay. 1 minute passed, or 1 minute has passed, and no one has seemed to take notice of either Fick or Gilwin. Everyone on the chains, I need you to go ahead and make me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh goodness, that's terrifying.
Us on the chains?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a little terrible.
Oof. And I rolled like poop.
I didn't do much better.
You literally 1 point better. All right, what do you got there, Pally?
Nat 20.
Of course.
Of fucking course he did. How much is this going to hurt from the damage of the energy that's traveling through us because of the paint? I'm going to go ahead and pull out my artificerness. These chains are fucking metaphysical, magical chains. Touching them is probably going to hurt us, and we're climbing down them. Am I wrong, Jaime?
No, you're not.
I didn't think so. Fuck.
You take half of that. Both of you saved.
Oh, hey, did we have a long rest prior to that damage?
Yes.
Had several.
You basically just came off of your week.
Yeah, I'm sitting here with damage in my stat, so I'm
Oh,
gonna
Yeah,
clear
so
the
was
damage
I.
in my stat.
I'm sorry, I can actually do a long rest command on here.
Please and thank you. Cool. So we both take 7 damage.
Yes.
Cool. It sucks, but it's not terrible. We can deal with that. Those were 3D, 3d6. 3d6 ain't bad. I can deal with 3d6 once or twice. I don't want to do it too many times.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie. Part of me would be like, "Fuck the chains," and just jump/fall, catch myself every 45 feet, so that I never touch the chains again. Given that, but
I mean,
put
that
out
was
there.
that was also a really good roll for 3d6.
Yeah, 2 6s and a 3. Come on. When 18 is his potential roll and he rolled a 15, that's pretty wild.
Yeah. All
I
right.
can handle 7 damage.
Minute 3.
Another con save.
Yes, please. The devils and demons still ignore Fick and Gilwin.
I rolled my con save. With request, can Druzzl and I both make that check with advantage, given that he can technically fly and I can technically fly?
I'll allow it.
Okay, we'll re-roll that. Woo!
I will tell you this, though. You actually did save with that first roll, too.
Oh, good to know. Good to know. But we both saved, so roll your damage.
And this is necrotic energy that is flowing up the chains. It pulses every minute, it seems like.
You know what? While we're at it, I feel like every single person in the party needs to make a con save to see if we have a level of exhaustion.
Do-do-do-do.
I'm not going
Am
to
I wrong?
add that. I'm not going to add that to this.
Okay.
We'll do that roll when you get down from the chains because this would be exhausting.
Gotcha.
But that is 4 additional damage to everyone on the chains.
How many more minutes do we have?
Let's see, that was minute 3, so you have 2 more minutes.
Oh.
Minute 4 for 24. Or minute 3, rather.
The demons and devils still take no notice.
You're okay, Druzzl. Make it. We'll be fine. It hurts, but we'll be fine. You and me are both we're cursing Fick while we're jumping down here. I can see you and I cussing Fick out every step of the way. That bastard with his fucking umbrella, he could have carried us down. Well, what is that? That's another 4.
That's another 4. And Donnell actually failed the Constitution saving throw.
Oh no.
I need to roll mine.
You'll win. You don't have to make yours. You're flying. You're not touching it.
Oh, I thought this was for when we got to the bottom, but
No, this is for people in contact with the chain.
Okay.
okay.
You're off the chain.
I am off the chain. Thank you.
Rowan, what's your strength score?
My strength score? 10.
Druzzl, what's your strength score?
Well,
No, I'm done eating.
Wow, we are not the strong characters. Oh my goodness, we're average.
Druzzl, would you please roll a strength athletics check for me?
Oh no, are you gonna fall? Because I will jump out and catch you.
I still had advantage clicked. Let me re-roll that.
You're
Okay.
kind of flying. Does that count?
The second one didn't. What the crap? Second one didn't roll. Why is it not? Oh, because I'm rolling it onto my character sheet instead of into the chat box, because the chat box I only have half of it.
Remember to throw it.
11.
Okay. So, instinct has you reach out as you see this blur, or as you see this blur, and you grab it. It's really heavy because Donnell is wearing full plate armor, but you stop him from falling into the river Styx.
Oh,
that's
thank
good.
God.
Remember when I told you that he failed the Constitution saving throw? I also made him do a
Is there a
dexterity.
check for falling?
There's a dexterity
fuck.
saving throw afterwards. And if you fail that, then someone can try and catch you with the strength athletics roll.
Guys, I'm really sorry for picking climbing down the chains as an option. I didn't know there were going to be actual static rules for climbing down the chain. I thought it was going to be easy. Go figure.
It is
Okay.
easy. It's just painful, and you really don't want to fail.
So
We
let's
have one
see.
more Constitution save.
Yes.
Nat 20.
Nice. You will take no damage from this.
Yeah. Good, because I'm flying a little bit, so hopefully.
Donnell made it this time.
Woo! And a 17.
Nice. Everyone saves.
What's the damage? Watch him roll an 18. Oh, it's not even a bad roll. 3 damage for the people who failed. Or for
No,
the
but
people who saved.
You did have to say 18, didn't you?
Okay.
Yeah, I did.
Because that put us at 18 damage.
Did it really?
Yeah.
Oh, you're right, it did. For the people who had been saving every time, that would have been 18 damage.
That is hilarious.
Do I get an inspiration point for calling that out?
No, but I should have given you an inspiration point for retelling at the beginning, so I apologize.
Click. Inspiration acquired.
Yeah, I can't believe you just did that, Fizzy.
So we made it to the bottom of the chain. Where's our distraction? Did it help? I'm scared to death he's going to say no, it didn't help. Because we've already taken some damage, and I'm not ready for this fight. He said, that's not a good sign.
It didn't help.
Oh, God.
But everyone is already fighting each other. You're the least of their worries right now.
Woo.
So it didn't hurt, but it didn't help.
Right.
So does that mean we have to make stealth checks to not be noticed at the bottom of the chain?
Yes.
Balls.
Put down the pots and pans and the armful of jingle bells.
I didn't need that last flip. It needed to stay on the 18 that it was before it rolled to a 9.
Can I just burn a spell slot for Dimension Door to get me away from combat? And not have to worry about it? Because I'm going to fail this stealth check. And it's just a basic stealth check, yeah? No advantage, disadvantage?
Correct.
Oop, that rolled with advantage. Let's ignore that and roll again. Why is it still rolling with advantage?
That's disadvantage.
I cannot... Oh, you're right, it is disadvantage. So with disadvantage, I rolled a 13.
Okay.
What armor are you wearing that you have disadvantage on stealth?
I shouldn't. My armor, in fact, is mithril, so it definitely should not give me disadvantage on stealth.
Curious.
Then on your main page, click the spyglass next to your AC and turn off your stealth disadvantage for armor if it's checked.
Aha, it is checked. Cool. Now if I roll stealth, I rolled an 18.
Okay, I'm going to use Thurkir as the marker for Donnell since I don't have him in Fantasy Grounds yet.
Okay.
He got a 3.
Haha, aw. Well, he got noticed.
Maybe.
He got a 3, he got noticed.
That doesn't necessarily mean he got noticed. He's just not stealthed.
Somebody saw him standing on the chain if he rolled a 3, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Should we be rolling initiative, Jaime? Do we need a map?
Are they within 30 feet of us?
they are now.
They get plus 10 to their rolls.
Question, how long does Pass Without Trace last?
An hour.
Okay, good. I was afraid that it was going to be... Because some spells are like a minute with concentration.
Yeah, no, with Pass Without Trace, that means dude got a 13, not a 3.
Which means I got a 22 and you got a 28. You were almost legendary there, Rowan.
Rowan got fucking lucky. Rowan used the fact that he was small to drop down at the bottom of the chain and dive behind a rock. That's a nice boulder.
Okay, so
Can I have inspiration for remembering that?
sure.
Yay!
So now that everyone is down at the bottom, armored legions of devils encircle the enormous posts of infernal iron that anchor Elturel to the rocky ground. Squads of demons, fighting 10 deep in some places, hurl themselves into the devil's ranks. Most of those abyssal troops are lowly mains and dretches who die quickly in vain attempts to drag down devils so that stronger demons behind them can strike killing blows. A dark river cuts a path across the blasted landscape and flows directly beneath the city. Floating on the river are demonic barges being assailed by squadrons of winged devils under the command of a terrifying pit fiend wearing an eyeless helm and clutching a battle standard.
Oh my god. That's the helm I want. That's the in game Boston wants that devil with the helm. Dang it. Rowan says to the members of the party that are close enough by, follow the river and get out of here. The enemy's 10 deep, guys. Like, we're not an army. That was loud. We are not an army. We are the scouting group. We are the pop-up recon. We are the... Y'all need to go. Y'all need to move. We can fight if you guys want to fight, but at the end of the day, the smarter move is for the rest of the party to avoid the fight and move forward. Follow the river and get the fuck out of here.
I definitely want to avoid a fight. I would also like to take a 5-minute break when we get a chance.
This is your chance.
Okay.
All right, so
I'm
fix down for a 5-minute and a bio. We're gonna bio. Druzzl and Gilwyn, do you guys have anything to throw in to the opinion before we bio?
Not really. No.
Druzzl?
Not really.
Okay, so one person says fight, or one person says run, the other person says fucking run, and bio.
And you turn around and everybody's just standing there peeing.
right.
Ian in the river.
As luck would have it, you're on one of the lesser occupied spines. Thankfully.
Woo. Woo. So this fight sucks, but now we know, obviously, landing here, enemies are 10 deep, and this is the lesser occupied enemies.
Yep.
The rest of the battle is 20 deep, 30 deep. Remember that for our recaps next week, or in 2 weeks, guys.
Yeah.
Bio time. Gark, do what you gotta do.
On it.
Groovy. Me too.
shove up somebody's nose so you can get an airway. This is called a cannula. C-A-N-U-L-A. No, C-A-N-U-L-A, I think. C-A-N-N-U-L-A. Roll down a little bit. Yeah, from the internet. Still playing with guys. We're taking a break.
Yeah, I kept hearing voices. Over here. Yeah, we were
Yeah.
How y'all doing over there?
I'm here.
I'm here.
My left leg is hurting for some reason. I don't know why.
Your left leg is
We
hurting
left.
because you're having a heart attack.
That's where I
Oh,
was
it's your arm.
No, it's actually your left side.
Well, this is like my sciatic nerve down into my ankle. Like,
Did you get hit by a bulldozer?
I feel like it. Now, conversely, my right shoulder and elbow and wrist are all screwed up from a week of clearing dried thinset out from between penny rounds. I hate that floor.
Are you done with that floor?
I am not.
Oh my god.
You
I'm
not
almost
done
done.
yet?
No.
Tell you
It's-
what, Carl, we'll penny the living room and we can do it, and you'll figure out why.
To be fair, after working with Cam, I do know how to do it. I'm not saying I can do it easily, but after working with him, I do know the technical aspect that is doing it. And with two people, it will not be nearly as bad as him doing it by himself.
And this is, well, it's partially my fault because I used a thicker trowel. Well, it wasn't even a thicker trowel. It was a 1/4 inch trowel. Like, that's standard for floors.
Well, and also, I have experience with epoxying my my dresser that I have. I did the leaf epoxy top on it. So epoxying it is going to be significantly easier than what you're doing.
What did you say to set your phone off?
I don't know. My phone just listens and it's like, hey, words.
I was walking by my TV and it said something kind of funky and it activated.
Bro,
Really?
we have my Amazon device in the bathroom early, and we were watching Star Trek earlier, and it started going off, and we were like, "What the fuck? Echo, shut up!"
At least it wasn't the one in the living room. The one in the living room is called computer. We
Yeah.
watch Star Trek and that one's on. Oh my gosh.
That one's great though, because when somebody in an episode is like, "Computer, tell me about such and such historical event," my Amazon device will start going off with the freaking internet, like encyclopedia entry on it. I can't believe you guys failed your stealths. Well, not failed, but did not succeed on your distractions. Not gonna lie, I'm over here shitting a brick over what's gonna happen next.
At least they didn't see us.
I mean, that's fair. So far, everybody has been. We're successfully stealthed. We're down on the ground. Now we have to follow the river and get the fuck away from the war. Because I'm pretty sure, as a general rule, this is one of those situations where they tell us in D&D as a GM, you have two choices. You can let your players fight the fight, and hopefully they get away, or you can make sure to inform your players that there's no way to succeed at fighting the fight, and they need to make new characters. Because there's a lot of enemies down here. There's literally like 10,000 bad guys. Cam, it's also really important for you to know, I scored a 28 on my crafting a magic item for you.
Nice.
Do you remember what crafting a magic item Boston was doing for you?
The last I remember, it was something that would give me a fly speed.
Hey, do you remember what that fly speed was based on?
No.
What did you want to use to fly?
Oh, like a wild shape. But
Nope. I wonder if I can type /W Gilwin.
Sorry about that, I'm back.
Welcome back, Jaime. /W Gilwin.
you can right click on my portrait.
Oh, if I do, can I click Whisper?
Yeah.
Whisper would be, I would have to type your whole name.
That would suck.
but it lets me know.
No.
Boy, you love my typos?
Yeah.
I got a 28 on that.
Cool.
And it's made out of dustman dust. That scares me.
Weird. Talk about sweeping it under the rug.
I'm oh, if I had the ability to give you an inspiration, I would. I'm messaging the GM about that.
Nani?
Dustman.
I like it.
You like it? I like it too. My big thing has been about flavoring things to be slightly different than what the rolls actually are. I was trying to create one item, but my ingredient was the dustmen dust. I feel like that, or the dead men dust. I feel like that covers it. So, okay. We made it to the bottom of the thing. Distraction didn't work as well, but we're all down here. What's next, Zar?
Next,
Um,
the Pit Fiend.
what's going on with the combat tracker?
What?
What is going on with the combat tracker?
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
Well,
Fucking
what?
reveal that map to me. Oh my god, that's gorgeous and terrifying.
That is, yes.
I love it.
All
The
things considered, no.
Gorgeous and terrifying.
the Pit Fiend leading the army of this section spots Danal and directs this little I forget how exactly I had it looked up. Oh, here it is. And directs this lance of devils to engage.
I don't know how to spell it, so check out my chat.
Soliloquy?
I am currently Googling how to spell that word.
There's supposed to be an O after the second L.
I was so close. O-Q-U-Y.
I don't know how I know that, but I just do. I usually suck at spelling, so.
Soliloquy.
Soliloquy.
I mean, I don't know where you get your maps from, but bro, this is great.
Yeah.
It said something about making one. So I'm curious if this is the one that was made.
By making, I mean importing it in here and putting the grid on it. Because the image that I found didn't have the grid.
This is amazing though. Props to the dude who made it.
Yeah.
I can get you a link, actually. I just looked on... the website, because this encounter had a name, but it didn't have a map. So I looked up other people's I looked up the battle name in Google and found a link to this. So it is actually on r/battle maps.
So is this you saying we need to roll initiative?
Oh, yes, that's the thing.
Aha.
So I was about to say, ignore what I just rolled. I'm dragging mine in there and rolling it now. Because remember, if you click and drag, it rolls better. Because it includes the weight of your dice.
Oh yeah, and well, I'll leave it.
I like my 21.
Okay, once Donnell reaches the bottom, he equips his pike.
And you're using Thurkir right now as his
Yes.
thing in the tracker?
That I am.
Okay.
And...
Missed the lizard face.
It's the
A lot of
lizard.
spine devils that get to go together.
Oh my goodness.
Is the thing that looks like an earthen river, is that the river Styx?
That is the river stick. Well, the chains are going up to Elturel. Not to scale, obviously. But...
Yeah, because they were 20 feet across.
Yeah, but the orange part is supposed to be the river Styx. The book describes it as being a black river, though.
I can see it reflecting firelight and such. It could have an orange hue to it.
Oh, yeah.
Especially if it's black.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, the big thing about the river Styx is it would not reflect light. But, yes.
Fair.
And Dono rolled a 1 on initiative.
Of course you fucking did.
Well, he's not my typical paladin. He's designed different than what I would play.
Just drop my horse token for me. Initiative 21. Also, Druzzl rolled an 11. Why is he reading in the initiative tracker as a 21?
Because that's my companion who's not currently here but will be on my first turn.
Oh. Yeah, that makes sense.
And Steel Defender falls down from the heavens like a missile. Boom!
I see just standing on all four legs, just doesn't phase him at all.
And then just change his initiative number to also 21.
21.
And then I need to go to extras. Flying snake.
Sneaky snake.
I need you to share with me Flying Snake, and I'll roll his initiative. I wonder if NPC I can just select Flying Snake. Let me try. Because then we'll know if I can do it.
Okay. I'll at least put into the initiative tracker.
I am not able to select Flying Snake.
Okay. Oh. Got the flying snake there. We're gonna make him a friend.
Wend.
And his initiative is...
Oh, he gets his different initiative than you?
He rolls different from me. He rolls it on his own. His dex is a +4 with no bonuses. That's what I was just checking. So his initiative is 6.
That was kind of cruel. It was
Six.
going to be a 20 for a second.
Okay.
Right? It just ruined that for me.
And then I'll open that up. Give that to you.
Yeah.
We're gonna rename this as
Rowan Snake.
Rowan's Flying Snake.
Hey. Hey. I'm gonna run straight forward. I'm gonna put myself here, and as I'm running, I'm gonna yell, "Get down the river!" It isn't safe here. I don't know why he's got a Scottish accent all of a sudden, but he does. So that's my
You're
move
channeling
action,
your inner Sean Connery from Highlander.
right? His accent isn't relevant to where he's actually from.
What's Scotland like? I've never been there. Really, Sean? Really?
Technically speaking, my horse occupies the same square as me.
Okay.
Thank you. That's exactly where I was about to put him, so that works. Great. And then I'm gonna fuck this guy up. Rowan is gonna do a booming blade that is a Fusro Da booming blade.
Nice.
Which means I need to control click.
Double the boom.
For a nat 19 for a 20 fucking 8.
Yeah, you hit.
Well, I don't know why it auto rolled that damage. That was dumb. Can you ignore that 5 damage? Because that's inaccurate. It would be a d8 plus what I'm about to roll for his regular damage.
Yes, I can negate that. Hold on. Okay, done.
So it's this plus a d8. And I will roll his d8. So it's another 5 damage. And Genie's Wrath will apply, which hopefully will auto trigger. Dying! Because fuck you, that's why.
Yep, you immediately knock it out.
5, 10, 15 got me there. 20, 25, 30. Sweet. Moving myself there. Action surge. Repeat the process.
You're still targeting
Why
the
did-
other.
What?
You're still targeting
I-
the other spine devil.
How do I deselect? That's how. That's how. Okay, re-rolling Fusro Da. This should be my attack roll for this creature.
Okay. That is a hit.
Nice.
Okay. This is also a booping blade.
A booping blade.
For 15. Plus this. Plus this.
Ah!
30. 40. No, actually. This would be 40. I'm standing next to the fire, screaming at the enemies, like, hey, look at me. My horse is under my butt. Thank you. And I will pass turn yelling at the enemies, hey, I'm the bad guy. Look at me. Look at me.
All right.
well,
Steel defender.
Thank you. I didn't have to click go. That included my still defender's turn for movement.
Okay.
Oh, wait. I didn't use my bonus action. Did I? No, I didn't. I
No.
used action. So bonus action, still defender can use its... nothing. Pass turn.
Pick.
So I took out 2 of our spined devils in 1 turn. Vic, what do you got?
Am I still technically stealth?
Yes.
So I could technically get advantage on a ranged attack.
Yes.
On the old crossbow.
I'm working on it.
How many fucking spined devils is this? 12? Glad I reduced that number to 10 in the opening turn.
Excellent.
17 damage. And I'm past turn. No, I don't pass turn. I stealth again. I hide behind one of these guys.
Oh wait, you can stealth because you're a rogue.
Yep.
Okay.
Now
Excellent.
I'm done.
Spine Devil 1.
Yeah, I bet.
And it tries to bite you.
Wow. Slash WGM didn't work over there. Let it bite me. Let it
Because you have
try.
2 slashes.
Yeah.
I see that.
Okay, I see. So, bite on Rowan.
Miss.
Okay, its second attack. It's gonna try and stab you with its little pitchfork.
How many fucking attacks does it have? Miss.
14.
Miss.
So 2.
Or its third attack.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm still hoping the party runs on since I yelled, "Hey, run on and ignore this fight."
Number 2. Let's see, they have
Spine
a
Devil number 2.
live speed of 40. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And it is going to launch a tail spine at Donnell.
Wow, that dick.
And hits.
Of course it does.
For 10 damage.
Fuck that thing. Now I'm mad.
And it's going to launch a second tail spine.
And this is what happens when Fick fails to distract the army below us.
That is
I've
another
landed
hit.
on your bomb.
Oh, fuck. 20 to hit.
Another 8 damage.
Jeez.
Fuck. Donnell, no.
Spine Devil number 3.
Let's go. If it moves one more square, it gets advantage against me.
Yep, that's fair.
Yeah, I shouldn't have volunteered that. Let's go.
No, you shouldn't have.
Okay. So, bite.
Roll it with advantage.
Yes, because I know how to play this game.
Of course you do.
14.
Still a miss.
Aha.
And then stabbing you with the pitchfork.
Still a miss.
Number 4. He'll move right there. And throw a tail spine at Rowan.
I figured. I'm yelling and screaming, so hopefully I'm the only one that notices. The enemies notice. Miss. I'm a tank. Shoot at me.
Number 5.
Fuck. How many enemies are there?
12.
Yeah, I know. They just keep going.
And tail spike.
At Rowan?
Yep. 22.
That's a hit.
Look at you.
Is a miss. I'm gonna choose to make it a miss
Okay.
as a reaction.
Second attack. That was a miss.
Still a miss.
That was almost a critical miss. Number 6 is already right there. So
Oh.
that's
Which
convenient.
one's number 6?
This guy.
That one moving. Got it.
So you can tell which one it is because it has the glowing white circle around it.
Ah. Thank you.
Tail spine. Ka-chow.
Miss.
Ah.
Tail spine number 2. 22.
That's gonna be a hit this time.
Yeah.
For 12 damage.
Ouch. Fuck me.
Number 7.
Alright, which one's number 7? Hold on, there he is. Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He is also going to shoot at Donnell.
Fuck off. Good, because I'm at half-life. Fuck Donnell. Let him take the damage.
That is a miss. Second attack.
Oof.
That is a miss.
Miss.
Next spine demon. Or next spine devil.
8. I'm still screaming, look at me, look at me.
Okay.
I'm hoping he'll get disadvantage. He's shooting over a fire pit.
Are you screaming it in
He has a fly speed. He can fly up.
abyssal
Um,
or not abyssal?
Infernal.
Infernal. Yeah.
I can't do that, so no.
22.
Fuck off. He hits.
7.
I'm officially bloodied, guys.
Ouch.
I think that's the first time you've been bloodied this whole game.
Rowan has been a solid tank, but at the moment, he's struggling.
Yeah.
Second attack. 20.
It hits.
5 damage.
All right, I'm not worried about it. I'll take it. I'm at 39 out of 62.
Number 9 is unconscious. He had 2 failed saving throws from the horse stomping on top of him.
Pass.
And that is a
He
pass.
passed. So he's got 1 pass, 2 fail.
Yep. Next spine devil. And he's going to try and shoot at Rowan.
Love being a tank.
21.
Which one is this?
Number 10. It is this one right here.
Fuck it. He's the one I'm looking at. That's a miss.
Okay. Second attack. 13.
Miss.
Number 11. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Attack the horse.
He's gonna attack Rowan.
Of course he is.
This is what you wanted, Carl.
This is exactly what I wanted. Miss.
His bite
What's
missed.
his second attack?
Second attack.
Pokey boy.
15.
Miss.
And then number 12, death saving throw. Success.
Ah.
Gilwin.
Your turn. You see my ass bloody in the middle of a battlefield trying to distract the battlefield so that your group can get away. What do you do?
Well, first of all, I don't think any of us are just gonna just let you sacrifice yourself like this.
Nobody is ever going to let Rowan sacrifice himself. And the funniest part is if he sacrifices himself, he'll still be okay. The whole point of me being here is to help the rest of the party escape.
Well, first of all, bonus action, I'm going to healing word Rowan.
I love you. How much?
12.
Holy shit.
That was a full roll, plus 8.
That's fucking great. I'll take it. I'm now at 27 of 62. I'm no longer bloodied. What does that look like, roleplay wise? That's the first time you've done a healing word. So you come off, or you climb out of Fix's pocket. You see the battle going on. You see me injured, trying to play distraction for everybody to get away. And you summon the energy to heal me. How does it go?
We had said it earlier that I threw it like dust. Because I made the joke of pocket sand.
So you just throw like pocket sand in the wind, and this like breath of fresh air gets to me.
Yeah. That's a great way to put it.
I like that. I'm not gonna fight for you to get an extra advantage for roleplay or an extra inspiration for roleplay for that, but I like that for flavor.
Yeah.
So you throw your dust into the wind, and instead of flowing like dust, it kind of flakes away like ashes. And the refreshing wind that normally comes off of it has a hint of has a sulfurous smell to it.
So even at its best, it still smells and is still rough.
Well, you're noticing that your magic was being influenced by the plane itself. The weave here is fundamentally different.
Yeah, now that we're officially in hell.
Yes.
Even my life magic is going to be affected by it. So that's interesting. Wow.
Keep that in mind for roleplay.
Yeah.
But you healed me for 12, which is your max heal. I'll appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Now the question is...
For a soliloquy, I look at you and my eyes scream to you. Run!
Let me see something. I think that... Can I do it from a distance? No, I have to touch you. Damn.
Yeah, healing word was a bonus action, right?
Yeah.
So for spells, all you can left cast right now, spell-wise as an action, is cantrips. Otherwise, you have to use your normal actions.
I couldn't cast a full action spell unless it's a cantrip.
Unless it's a cantrip, no. Cantrips are all you can cast. When you cast multiple spells a turn, you can cast a regular spell and a cantrip. That's it. You cannot cast 2 regular spells. That is the rules of spellcasting basics.
Yeah. Well, even if I was
can
gonna
break the rules on that, but rogues have to spend meta magic to do it. Or not rogues. I don't know why I said rogues. Sorcerers can do it, but they have to use meta magic to do it.
Right. Yeah. Well, even if I wanted to cast guidance on you, I would have to touch you. Could I argue that I am still that like Fick? I'm also in stealth. I never rolled a stealth roll.
What are the components for your spell you just cast?
The components for healing word?
Yeah, healing word, 5e components.
Just
What are
word.
they?
Just vocal.
I would say that you are not in stealth because I'm assuming that when you went down with Fick, you went down in animal form, and that you were only able to concentrate on it because you cast it before you made the change.
Right.
So
And then
now that you're casting again, you're obviously out of animal form.
That's fine.
Yep. And healing word requires a verbal component, so everyone there would have heard your magic words.
Right. Well, one of my new cantrips is produce flame, so I'm gonna throw a little fireball at one of them just to. I'm already out in the open, and I know how to fight backwards, so.
You also have Thorn Whip,
I do.
and Thorn Whip would yank. You have what, within 30 feet? So there are enemies adjacent to me that you could yank away as well with Thorn Whip.
25. Yeah, I'm gonna do the one that has advantage. The one northeast of you.
Okay. Which
Thorn Whip.
is
I know it won't highlight them for me, but
Spine Devil 3.
I can.
Just remember to click Control before you click it. Hold Control and select it. And then you can roll in the chat box instead of dropping dice on it. And that's, 3.
Did it work? It didn't work.
I didn't see nothing.
I did it on my character sheet.
Monster.
Yeah, that's my problem. Is my character sheet partially covers the chat box?
Yeah, that's why I always individually drag stuff into the chat box. Because remember, I messaged this into group chat recently that if you're clicking from your character sheet, it uses a static roll. If you click and drag the dice and drop it directly into the chat box specific, it includes the physical movement of your mouse as part of the physics of the dice roll. But the point is, 23 with a Thorn Whip, and he dealt 3 damage, d6.
Yep. Wait.
He yanked that one 10 feet, right?
Yeah. It should be 2d6.
It should be 2d6. Roll another d6 and add that to the damage.
I wonder if I can just roll the damage again.
You can. In the future, though, you can modify your spell to say 2d6, not 1d6.
Yeah. I'm going to do that for now, and then I'll change it while it's not my turn.
Okay.
So 4.
So 4. And then that thing needs to be moved 10 feet.
Right, I'm trying to figure out which one of these is it.
North, east of me.
Okay. And it goes forward or towards you 15 feet?
10 feet.
10 feet.
I figured the square in front of me, because it's pulled that direction, but
Oh, that works.
kind of the diagonal.
That works.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Druzzl.
Druzzl, what you got, brother?
Well, I'm trying to figure out. Oh, I can do it within 30 feet of me. Excellent.
Can do
Okay.
what within 30 feet of you? Because now I'm nervous.
I am gonna summon my Drake at the bottom of this little L of spine devils, right next to the chain that are in front of us. If we're trying to escape down the river, which I'm okay. Which way is the river flowing? How's that sound? Is it flowing towards the left side of the map or towards the right side of the map?
It's flowing toward the right. That is also where the most of the battle is happening. The
Of course.
clear way is going to the left.
So we were told to go down the river Styx, right?
Get away from the battle.
Okay.
He's not telling you to run into battle.
Well,
Madre de Dios!
in the hopes of causing some confusion, I'm gonna summon my Drake at the bottom of that little L on the right of those 3 spine devils, the 3 that attacked the 3 that attacked Dunal.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna summon him right there, and then as my bonus action, I'm going to tell him to attack one of those spine devils.
Is out of game? I gotta ask. Is Denal this dragonborn looking token with 3 enemies near him?
He's Thurkir. He's the one right underneath the F.
Yeah, Thurkir has a brown ring around him.
Which enemy is this one that is a green ally and then has a red bad guy to the left and 2 red bad guys directly to the north of him? Which is that person?
That one is
That's
the Drake companion.
Yes.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate it. Continue.
That was the one that I just summoned in.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Continue.
And then I'm going to move. I'm going to move to here.
Nor that. How do I get rid of that?
What'd
Sorry,
you
talking to myself.
I can see it. What'd you do?
Nothing.
Okay. So I'm gonna move there and tell my Drake to attack Spine Devil 12.
Wait, is that one that's already dying?
Yes,
Oh,
it is.
Okay. Then not 12. We're gonna do 2.
Yeah, I don't know why it won't let me see the names of the guys on this map. I'm trying to look for a... Oh, show name.
Oh, there we go. That one.
There we go.
Much better. Thank you. I was really annoyed, like, what changed? But now when I mouse over enemies, it immediately tells me who they are. I appreciate that. That is significantly helpful.
Yeah, I was wondering what was going on, and I don't remember changing that. That must have happened with the update.
I think it's part of your custom map, actually.
Oh,
Since you dropped in a custom map,
I don't remember it
didn't
from the
include that
previous
as part
maps.
of it.
I don't remember it from the previous maps.
In the previous maps, I could mouse over an enemy and have what we have now.
well, that's the weird thing. It wasn't in the options for the map. It was in the options for my system.
Huh. Yeah, it might have changed with the update.
That's what I was saying. I don't think we've had it for a couple sessions.
I wasn't here last session, so I wouldn't know.
Okay, anyways, Druzzl, anything else?
No, it's gonna move on to my companion's turn. Who's going to attack Spined Devil 2.
Yay.
So we're going to roll that in here.
Nah.
Nice. Wait, that was an 11. It rolled an 11. No. It
was a
whatever.
It
was a
rolled a
15
15.
for, like, half a
Yeah.
second.
Yeah, it rolled a 15 and then it went over to 5. I saw the dice.
Oh, I never saw it roll over to a 5. All I saw was the 15.
So does an 11 hit?
Let me double check. It does not.
Right. Well, that's fine. He snaps at him.
You better watch it. Bite.
Yep. And then that's gonna end the Drake's turn.
Okay. Snake.
Pass turn. I already used my actions, so it has to pass turn.
Okay.
Sneaky snake.
Lulu.
Lulu, I have 5 apples.
Let's see. She has a fly speed of 120.
Yeah, Lulu can move around the entire battlefield faster than anybody else in our party,
Room.
as far as base moves go. Meow. Meow.
Okay.
That was the sound of her engine running. I love me some Lulu. I can't wait for Felix to meet her because he's gonna be like, "This is my favorite person." Because Rowan hated her, so I'm excited to see Boston love her.
Okay. So she's going to fly right here. That was 15 feet. And she's going to trumpet.
Rumpet.
Get it?
It is a 30 foot,
Devils 3 and 9.
or it is a 30-foot cone, so it'll
5,
affect,
15, 20, 25, 30. Oh shit, it'll attack 1 and 11 as well.
yep. She's trying to take some of the heat off of you.
Cool.
Man, I love that Rowan hated her until this fight. And now he's like, "You a badass, it's okay."
Badass recognizes badass.
It does. This is the first time I've seen her, so do this. Like, I've seen her use these abilities before, but never in this kind of situation, so real recognize real.
Hell yeah.
So, trumpet of blasting.
Now 19. Oh, shit.
Unfortunately, these are saving throws.
Oh, that was their throw. I thought that was her throw.
Oh, they all saved.
Well, real does not recognize real. Lulu a bitch,
They still take damage.
but not enough. Wait, does that mean it damages the one that was already injured by me, or killed by me?
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, wait.
Find it.
Why did that...
That's a lot of dice.
Oh, I grabbed the wrong one. Oops.
Oops. Yeah.
And which one was that? 11.
11, yeah. I'm excited for this part of my stream when everything goes wrong and I have to be like, "Hey, I messed up." On stream. Yeah, well, to be fair, I'm not a big fan of Jaime's Dungeon Master on his stream that he's playing in right now. Like, I am, but there's some things he's doing that I don't agree with, and it would be nice to see a GM be like, "Hey, I messed that roll up."
Okay, so...
Granted, I haven't been keeping up. I've been a little overwhelmed lately.
Understandable.
I mean, I'm only technically 2 sessions behind as far as watching it live goes. I haven't watched live the last 2. But, like, there are things like the GM was like, "Hey, make an athletics check to the monk who was trying to get on the roof of a house." And the monk was using his ability to, spend a key point and step whatever it is, step of the wind. And according to step of the wind, bare minimum, that monk should have been able to jump 30 feet without a check, and the GM still made him make a check. So stuff like that.
Fair. He's not as rules lawyery.
No, two rules lawyery, not rules open.
Oh, yeah, fair enough.
Okay.
But continue.
Spine Devil 9 is officially dead.
Goodbye.
Ah! Get it, biatch.
And it looks like everyone else, at the very least, is at least heavily wounded. They're all bloodied.
I'll take it. I wink at Lulu, like, me and Lulu got this fight, everybody else run. I don't know what Lulu's insight is, but if her insight is higher than, say, a 15, she is 100% aware that my mentality is like, you and me, babe. You and me, we'll take out the rest of them while everybody else gets away.
Okay. So next is Donal.
Ooh, I'm excited for this. Mr. Celestial Paladin.
Yeah, Donal. Or Donal swings his pike at Spine Devil 7 for 1.
From where he is.
Yeah.
Nice, love a reach.
Let's see.
Everybody loves swords, but there's nothing like a long, pointy stick.
You damn right.
This dice roller is so slow. Maybe you just need to change the animations.
Agreed.
Okay, well, he got a 14, so he hit.
How much longer do you think we have in gaming?
Not too much longer, especially if people are actually trying to retreat.
Well, I'll have an action my next round, and I have something planned if it works out, so... But, yeah, I'll run.
Eric, you love asking that question in the middle of combat.
Because I keep getting asked that question in the middle of combat.
Well, tell your ex and your children to back off. You're mine tonight. Dang it.
Giggity.
So, he stabs the Spine Devil 7 with 12 points of damage. And then with his and then from the tip of his spear, he points it at the other guy.
Which is...
Spine Devil number 2.
Okay.
And uses Eldritch Blast.
Nice. And also random. Rowan is literally looking across the battlefield like, excuse me, you did what?
You did...
His Eldritch Blast looks like a white holy light.
Is it still typical Eldritch Blast spell damage?
Yes, sort of.
Okay.
It has... Well...
It's just tainted by his celestialness.
Tainted.
Taint.
Yes.
I'm being polite. It's flavored by his warlock patron as celestial, even though it's its normal casting damage type.
Yes. That is
what I'm asking.
That is 12 damage to that devil.
Fuck that guy.
And he also has repelling blast.
Oh shit.
Nice.
Nice. 10 feet throw.
So this guy goes yeet.
Yeet. I love it. Battlefield control at its finest. Battlefield control in 5e is literally, I don't know where enemies are going to end up, but let's just see what happens. There's very little actual specific control. You got to fight hard to get specific control.
Oh yeah.
And now he goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I do like that he's sticking with Druzzl. Him and Druzzl are partnered. I view this as like a buddy cop comedy. Druzzl is Danny Glover. This guy is
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Mel Gibson.
no Mel Gibson. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. This guy's Mel Gibson.
All right, Rowan.
Oh shit, we're back at the top. Fuck. Okay. I've been shit. I don't even have my character sheet open. I've been watching the battlefield. Let me open my character sheet. I got, let me see, Spine Devil 11 and Spine Devil 1 up my ass. Spine Devil 1 is wounded. Spine Devil 11 is heavy. We're gonna go for Spine Devil 11. With a Fus Rhoda.
Okay.
Rhoda.
We're at 22 to hit.
Very nice.
Yeah, we're
And
just
it
gonna
is-
do 18 damage to it to fuck it off.
Yeah, it's down.
Cool. Bonus action, swinging at 1. Rowan's still defender. We're gonna swing at force of powered attack plus 7 to hit. We're at 23 to hit.
That is a hit.
I don't know why it's not showing this is Rowan's still defender targeting it, but I'm gonna go ahead and roll its damage. You may just have to manually apply it. Well, I'll drop it directly on it and see what happens.
You're dropping your horse directly on it.
I'm dropping my horse directly on it for 8 damage.
Nice.
And then I'm going to pass turn. Pass it again, if you will, GM.
All right.
Pick, it's your turn.
Pick.
So which ones or we still need to get?
Pick, you will have a sneak attack against, as long as you're using ranged attack, against Spine Devil 3, Spine Devil 12, and Spine Devil 1. Spine Devil 1 is adjacent to me. Spine Devil 3 is adjacent to Lulu. Spine Devil 12 is adjacent to the Drake.
I
Level
will hit
12
number
is
3.
also dying.
3? 3 is the one adjacent to Lulu.
Okay.
Druzzl, what did you say?
I'd said that spined 12 is also dying.
Spine 12 is also dying. Oh, yeah, that's the one adjacent to the Drake. But that's okay. He's going for the one adjacent to Lulu, which is 3. For a nat fucking 20.
Nice.
Trigger your sneak attack, bitch. Let's just be clear. 3 just got fucked.
I was gonna say, what spined devil?
29 damage. Bye-bye. That was 8
dice, dude. Come on, man.
That was a bit much of dice. And I'm rolling stealth again.
As a bonus action,
Yep.
ninja poof. Wait, you have to be able to hide behind something. Jaime, does he have something he can hide behind?
Yeah, as a person, you can hide
I'm
behind.
hiding behind Gilwin.
That applies?
Yeah.
Nice.
The dice do some funky stuff sometimes. That was weird.
That was
I don't know if
weird.
anybody else. Yeah.
And then I'm done.
Okay, well, you're not gonna move?
Don't
guess
need to.
Well, we're supposed to start.
Oh,
rolling
yeah, I
according
guess
to
we
the-
are running away.
Yeah.
Which direction are we running away at?
Northwest.
Big thing is trying to escape. That's what's important.
Yeah.
Rowan was trying to be cover for you guys to get away.
That works. Meow.
And I'm flying. I'm not running.
Right. Makes sense.
I just realized that after today's session, the only person I need to roll a magic item craft check for is Druzzl. Because if you guys let Felix get the sword of Zariel, / if the sword of Zariel chooses Felix, it'll give him a fly speed, which means Druzzl is the only one I need to roll a fly speed for.
Bite and a miss.
But you also don't know that you need to do that yet.
A poke and a miss.
Not yet, no. Well, yeah. Agreed.
Right. Spine Devil 2 is going to try and tail spine the Drake.
Okay, miss.
22.
I do believe that hits.
Okay. Looks like for 4 damage. Tail spine number 2. 18. For 6 damage. Number 3 needs to roll a death saving throw. Fails.
That is a fail.
Number 4. And here comes the Tailspine Barrage at Rowan again.
The first person that targets me, that's the one I'm looking at. So he has to target a 21. Everybody else has got to target a 19.
Okay, so that is a miss. Second attack. All right, number 5. First attack. Miss. Second attack. Critical fumble. It's an automatic miss. All right, number 6. Attack number 1. 18.
Miss.
Attack number 2. Critical fumble. Fumble effect.
Critical fumble.
Critical fumble. Oh shit.
And they fall prone.
It slashed its tail so hard it spun itself around and knocked itself on its ass.
Pretty much. Number 7. Number 7 is going to attack the Drake. Bite attack. 18.
18 is his AC.
7.
Keith.
And then a poke. 20. For 3 more damage.
If I might interrupt for 30 seconds, I love that, like, Jaime, we called out in chat that we're ahead of the curve as far as, like, our levels are higher than expected for where we're at. But at the same time, like, it's perfect because this fight is brutal and could fuck us up, but at the same time, like, it's survivable. Aesthetically, this is all very pleasing to me right now.
Yeah.
Yay. Spine Devil 8 is going to throw spines at the Drake.
Ooh,
14 is a
good roll.
miss.
Good roll, but a miss.
Second attack, 18.
Yes.
For 12 damage.
Yep, he boofs.
Your Drake out of game. Druzzl, I have to ask: can your Drake be healed?
Yes.
No, it's not actually dead yet. It is still savable.
Well, I think once it reaches 0, it dissipates.
Once it reaches 0, it dissipates.
Oh, wah, wah.
But otherwise, yes, it can be healed.
All right. Number 10 is going to try and shoot at Rowan.
Hey, I'm right here.
Seven.
Miss me. Now you gotta kiss me.
Second attack, 16.
I really just said this guy.
All right. Number 11, death saving throw. Is a fail.
Man, the dice roll there. I don't know if everybody else saw that thing.
That looked like it was
backwards
an
on
18.
itself.
Oh, I saw it. And then number 12. Success.
I'm gonna
That
no
is-
nat 20. We good.
That is 2 successes for it. Gilwin.
All right.
Gilwin Stone. You need to change your God spoon to say stone.
Yeah, I do. Before I run away, am gonna cast my first 4th level spell, or first spell at 4th level. And I'm going to cast Erupting Earth on the Spine Brigade. So,
Okay.
okay, I think I got them all targeted. I see. I gotta do the.
And I oop.
What the fuck was all that?
That
was a
was
lot of-
Moonbeam.
That was a lot of saves.
Yeah, it was. That's because they all have magic resistance.
But Spine Devil 10 failed.
Yep.
Well, that's the one that was prone. Or no, 6 was prone.
Actually,
10 is the far right of the bottom 4.
Yeah, I see it.
If you got a moonbeam, drop a circle somewhere to represent its existence.
Well, no, that was erupting earth.
Oh, erupting earth. Never mind. I thought it was moonbeam.
Moonbeam's a single point. It's a column 40 feet tall, so you can only do a 5.
Oh, it is erupting earth. I see that. I thought it said moonbeam. My bad.
And what's the radius?
20 feet. So
Radius is 20 feet, so 40 feet. So it could have nailed all of them.
it's a 20-foot cube. I don't know if my drawing came up.
Oh, it's a cube. Okay, it did.
Yeah.
Yeah, you not only could have hit them, technically you could have also hit Spine Devil 1.
Well, I could have, but I would have left out 10. But
No, you could have hit all 4 of those in the bottom plus Spine Devil 1 in the same cube.
if I'd have turned it,
No, in a straight cube, you could have hit all 5 of those. But it's irrelevant now.
no, no.
It's a 20-foot cube. Yeah, you could have hit. I promise you, you could hit it. It's 20-foot radius cube. Yes.
No, it's just a 20-foot cube, like 20 feet by 20 feet by 20 feet.
Ah. Never mind.
The cube doesn't have a radius. So damage. I'm casting it at 4th level, so it's going to be 4d12.
Nice. And what else does the erupting earth do?
Within that square, it's now difficult terrain.
A poop roll.
I know.
You could have done 48 damage. You did 11.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Now there's another little volcano here.
Like average damage would have been 24, and you did 11.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Rowan's judging you right now. Rowan's like, you call that an earthquake?
I didn't get above half on any of those dice.
No. 4, 4, 2, and 1.
Yeah.
Where's Nilhan when we need him to correct your dice rolls?
Right? Well, other than that, that's all I got. So, I'll go that way.
Ba-na-na, na-na, ba-na-na. Good run. Way to hustle.
All right. Druzzl.
excellent.
You and Dunelth are here, are right there side by side.
I wish it gave me the. Oh, it does give me the target distance on Rowan. 35 feet. Perfect. I am going to
Great
cast.
distance on Rowan. What the shit are you about to do?
I'm going to cast Healing Light on Rowan.
I love you guys. You guys make me happy. What the fuck is Healing Light?
It's my long distance Celestial Warlock heal.
Multiple D6?
Unfortunately, you can only roll as many d6 as is your charisma modifier per go, so I can only roll 1. But you're getting a d6.
Is that like a bonus action or?
Yeah, it's a bonus action.
Respect. That's still a solid bonus action.
especially when it gives you 4 health back. Bing. All right, and then I'm gonna target Spined Devil 3. Oh, he's dying.
The one next to Lulu.
Okay, I'm going to move 15 feet this way
And target 11?
and target 11, who's
Yay,
also
11.
dying. Fine, I'll target 1 and move 5 more.
Wait, 11's also dying?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. 1. What's 1 at?
Heavy.
1 is heavy. 1 is heavy. Okay.
And
Gee whiz.
I'm gonna throw my hammer at him.
Yay, hammer toss.
I would like
Nice,
to do it
nat
twice,
19.
but I don't think it's gonna matter.
That's a hit. For max
You-
damage, apparently.
Holy guacamole.
Excellent. I technically still have another hammer throw. So let's
Well,
go long distance on this one. Wait, where's 12?
no, not
12's
12.
dying.
7. 7's heavy.
Sure, we'll try it. This one's a disadvantage because it's long distance.
He'll hit.
22 to hit.
That's a hit.
For 5.
Nice.
Yes. All right, so that was 5, 10, 15, 20. So I still have 25 left, so we're going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
No.
So basically, the way that I see that going is you see a beam of, like, Druzzl holds his hand out towards Rowan, and you see a beam of very faint white light hit Rowan, heal him for 4, and then Druzzl runs down, throws his hammer, gets it back, throws it at a different guy, and then, like, before it even comes back, is running a different way. To get out of there as the hammer
Thor
comes
moment.
back.
That was a very Thor moment.
That was beautiful, and that's gonna end my turn.
Snake.
I used my actions past turn. It's got dodge going on.
Lulu's turn. Let's see. So Lulu.
Yeah, he's Lulu. You got a whole
let's
line
see.
of targets
1,
down
2,
there.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Put it to use.
That's 35.
Yeah.
And she is going to trumpet one more time. This time she's going to use her trumpet of sparkles.
Rowan is cheering for Lulu. Like, if this pulls itself off, like, Rowan and Lulu have no issues ever again right here, because that's a beautiful lineup. Oh, that roll.
Oh,
Wait, that wasn't done right. They should all had disadvantage.
Manually roll their saves.
I was gonna say it didn't say any specific abilities, so yeah.
Yeah, evil creatures have disadvantage on the saving throw, and good creatures in the cone take no damage. Oh. Oh. I made it roll on her.
Yeah, I was about to say, you just rolled her disadvantage.
Okay.
So you'll have to roll for them individually with disadvantage for each of them individually.
Fine. And that's a 1.
Fail. That's a nat 1.
Let's see. Number 2.
Devil 4.
That's an 8.
Me, Devil 5.
That's a 19.
Fuck you, Devil 6. Devil 6.
And that's a fail for the last one.
Devil 19.
So I'll roll this and then just manually input it for the other.
It auto added them.
Yep, that's because I retargeted them, so I can roll one for all three of them, and then I'm just going to use that damage for the last one and have it.
Gotcha. That's beautiful.
Okay, so she knocked out at least 3 of them.
Well, Devil 6 is the one that succeeded, right? It still took 11 fucking damage.
Hey, I'm gonna argue something. From when I cast Erupting Earth on it, it had to pass a dex save, but it was prone, and it didn't roll at a disadvantage. So that one might be dead.
That is fair. I dropped the ball on that.
No, I just realized because it was a lot of dice that I rolled all at the same time.
Right.
But I noticed that 10 was the one that failed and 6 passed, and then I went and looked and 6 didn't roll at disadvantage.
Right. So I'll go ahead and re-roll that. It is going to be a neutral though, since it does have magic resistance.
Okay.
So a 9.
Cool. That fails.
Which means it should have taken, what? 6 more damage?
Yeah.
Okay. That is actually exactly enough.
Cool.
So Spine Devil 2 is the only one still standing.
Yep. And
The other, and 8.
And now that her work is done, she is going to join the main group. So 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, and she'll wait right there. And then Donnell, let's see, number 2 and number 8. Donnell is going to go ahead and use Eldritch Blast on number 2.
And then also run away.
And then also run away.
You probably could have run away first and still been okay.
Right, the Eldritch Blast is 120 feet, so let's see what he does for his attack roll.
That is a hit. He got a 13. And deals 7 damage to them.
Is 2 still conscious?
It is, but barely.
That's fine.
And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I love how we're all like, fighting retreat, heal Rowan.
Considering Rowan doesn't want to run, that's perfect.
Yeah. That's kind of what my idea was from the get-go, was a fighting retreat. Do as much damage as physically possible in the shortest amount of time possible and get out.
Okay, given the circumstances and the way that the battle map is, I think it is safe to assume that the main contingent of the party escaped. Did you want to still go ahead and make your attack rolls, Rowan? Or take your turn?
No, because like Rowan would legit run over here to 8. He would move his horse and his familiar down, and he would do it under the premise of curb stomping basically these 10, while also going after 8.
Right.
Number 8. he would basically make himself the target while everybody else got away, and would basically scream to them like, I'll come after you, or more aptly, like, get to the Alabaster Palace, is what he would yell. And then he would turn and keep swinging at this one. So the last thing anyone would see is him taking on number 8 by himself, which is no big deal in game, mechanically speaking, but out of game, they would see him taking the last of the enemies in this battlefield. Because aesthetically, I feel like as much as we're looking at these 12, there's also just outside of the screen probably hundreds, if not thousands, of bad guys within visual range of us. So, I feel like he would say, like, I've got this, go ahead. And he would go after 8 as is and provide cover for the rest of them to escape.
Okay.
Awesome.
Especially because worst case scenario, I use my fuck. I was gonna try to give away a couple of magic items before we got any further, but I guess we are where we are. I would try to give Fusro toss. Who was the last person to run away? Who was the last person to attack before me?
That would have been Donnell.
Donnell, as a soliloquy, I would toss Fusro to Donnell.
Cool.
Does that work as a soliloquy for you, Jaime?
Sure.
Okay. I was going to try to share Cape of the Montebank with the party, but that's okay too. One item, soliloquy, Fusro Da is the one I would give away because that's a +2 shield or +2 weapon. So at the moment, he's got Fusro Da. And then, I would work on curb stomping the rest, and I would work my way back up the chain as they got away.
Okay. Sounds good. You managed to escape the heat of battle, and Lulu is keeping watch from above, making sure that no one's pursuing.
If anybody's looking for cover along the river Styx, there would be a cave along the way that seems to be like good cover.
I was about to get to that.
I was throwing that out for you, not them.
Fair enough. Well, Lulu actually will say this. I think I see a cave. It should provide cover so that way we can catch or get our bearings.
Sounds like a good idea.
And she leads you to this cave at the beach of the river Styx. Bank, sure.
There might be a handful of trees alongside the river Styx that have no leaves on them. Ebony wood, but no leaves.
And she lands on the mouth of the cave and continues looking around. What do you do?
Who's next in initiative order? Because we'll ask them first. Fick, what do you do?
Bunker in the cave.
Head straight in?
Yeah. Cast minor illusion to kind of mask the mouth of the cave.
That works.
Okay, so Fick stops at the entrance of the cave to cast minor illusion to sort of hide it. Moving forward, Gilwyn, you see him casting minor illusion to mask the mouth of the cave. Do you dive into the cave?
Yeah, I'll head in.
And then just run straight in, or?
Not run, but get to. I'm going to clear the entrance. Like I'm not going to just dive blindly into this cave, but I will, make my way into it.
Take point.
Yeah, I'll take
Perception
point.
checks then.
Perception. I'd have never thought of that.
Or are you going to use your passives?
Well, I want to roll because I want to see what's going to happen.
I'm still waiting for somebody to point out that you never grabbed your sword from Elturel.
I think I would have done that before we left.
I would have argued that he would have during his downtime.
Oh, I completely agree. He just never said he did, and I actively pointed out, like, what are you doing today, Gilwin?
Fair enough.
Fair, yeah. Well,
So, Gilwin, you have your sword?
I would notice it with a 27.
Oh, mother fudge. Yeah, so he goes in the cave and is looking around. While he's looking around, Druzzl, where are you at? You see him going into the cave head first, cautiously. You see Fick casting illusion to protect the mouth of the cave.
I would want to do.
Which is little more than a hole in the ground.
I would want to do two things if possible. I would want to look around and make sure that nobody is seeing us disappear into this knot hole in the ground now. And I would want to make sure when we get inside that I also know what's going on in there.
I would imagine there's both devils and demons not far from this cave, but Jaime's already said that the cave itself successfully is covered. Jaime, what does he see as far as enemies that may be close to the cave?
Conflict is still around, but the nearest encounter is probably about 100 feet away.
So this is basically just a hole in the ground?
Yes.
Okay.
A foxhole, a place to catch our breath.
Yeah.
A legitimate foxhole, no less. Like, mechanically speaking, a legitimate foxhole.
Yeah.
Was that everybody in the party? Oh, no.
Donnell. Donnell slides into the cave, pike at the ready, pointing towards the entrance, back towards the back.
He just goes in defensively?
Yes.
Taking up rear.
Okay, so Gilwin's the only one that made a perception check. What does he see in the cave?
Very interesting. It's almost like a little makeshift lab was made in here.
Those stone tables, equipment on the tables that look like they were summoned straight out of the material of the quote-unquote earth of the place.
And it's obvious that someone has been here, and has been here very recently.
What does it smell like?
I mean, sulfur in the river Styx.
Oh yeah, I guess that's right. That's pretty much all I could ever smell.
The river Styx would be prevalent in here, I think.
Yeah.
Absolutely prevalent.
We're on the beach of the river Styx, the bank of the river Styx. I would imagine there are holes that allow water in from the river Styx, which you can see like pooling on some of the work tables, and runes are gathered around them.
Excellent.
Jaime, is this where I come in?
Yep.
So also at this point, you would hear a voice that's very familiar, Gilwin, that says, "Took your time, didn't you?" And when you look up with your perception check, you see a man in a robe covered from head to toe. He's only like 3.5 foot tall, and you're like, I don't know any 3.5 foot tall people except for Fick. But then he pushes his hood back, and you realize Felix is standing right there in front of you. And he just sort of smiles and says, "About time, yeah?"
I didn't know you were expecting that.
Would have known you would have been here. I would have found a different cave.
So you guys just found Felix in a cave on the river Styx, doing
In hell.
science experiments in hell.
How long have you been out here?
I mean, how long have I been down here? That's a wonderful question. I mean, a week bare minimum, but
A week.
okay. I would say only about a week, lads. It's been a bit. There's some science I've been working on. Tell me, did you guys successfully make your way out of Elturel? Was Ravengard found?
Yes. Yes,
And
yes.
Lulu descends into the cave when she hears the other voice.
Oh my god. Felix has not encountered Lulu. I haven't even thought about what Felix would think of Lulu. The moment Lulu enters the cave, Felix is just like, what the F is that? You see Felix pick up a bunch of like a measuring tape and a couple of vials and starts like walking around Lulu and is taking measurements and you see him pull out a needle like he's going to take some of her blood. So Felix is trying to figure out what, whatever he can about Lulu. How's everybody else doing?
You are not a devil, nor a demon. Who are you?
That's subjective when it comes to him.
Felix lets out a belly laugh and says, "No, my friend. I am Felix. But you can call me Boston Balthazar. Perhaps even Balton Balthazar Bristlebane. It is my endeavor to understand all that is and ever was. Tell me, who are you?" As he's continuing his measurements.
I am Lulu.
What's a Lulu?
Lulu
Group.
is my name.
Does Group have an opinion on what Lulu is when he says, "What's a Lulu"?
A friend.
A friend, you say? This one is endeavored to be encapsulated in what is known as celestial energies. How can we trust such a thing any more than we can trust the devilish entropy which gathers around the mouth of this cave?
Hey, I think I take that a little personally.
He laughs at you and says, "Pardon me, my lord," and bows to you deeply. Part of it is like affectionately, part of it is also like embellished to the point of like almost insultingly, as Druzzl just pointed out.
Sarcasm.
But like you're used to this from Boston. It's totally sarcasm. But like you know that Boston totally believes that you're a god, but he plays up the like loyalty and says, "My friends, it has been so long. There are many things we must discuss. Please tell me." And with a snap of his finger, he casts prestidigitation, summons a campfire, so that we can all sit around the campfire, and says, "Tell me what it is I have missed in the weeks since we have been here. Since you have been here."
Well, for one, Druzzl is new.
Yeah, there's just monk just standing in the corner basically going, "What the fuck?" Staying away from all of the water because it's from the river Styx.
That's wise.
Incredibly wise.
Like almost like crawling back out of the hole, staying away from the water.
Do not worry, my friend. It is safe. Just stay clear of it. I promise you. Tell me, what is your name? My dwarfen ally. Rowan. We're going to release Rowan. We're going to go to characters, which is right here. We're going to look for a Felix that's level 9. Boom, my character sheet.
Yeah.
Yeah, Druzzl's gonna go Druzzl Animal Friend is my name. And yours was Felix or
Felix Balthazar, but most that know me, it's Boston Balthazar Bristlebane, father of this caravan. And when he says that, he would put emphasis on the boss stone Balthazar. Which
Yeah, you see, like,
you
gears in
recognize
my
that Stone
brain.
is the in charge.
Yeah, turning and being like, that's where it comes from. I
You
see
guys would
Gillen
instantly see him
renaming his
pull out
name.
the tome as he's talking to Druzzl and like start jotting stuff down. Like recording the story seems significantly more important to him now than it ever did. He's constantly writing as you guys talk. Do you guys explain to him what you've been through?
Yes.
I'm gonna ask. I was about to say I'm gonna ask Fick and Gilwin specifically. Like, do you guys keep anything from him, or do you guys just tell him everything?
Everything.
Everything.
Might as well. We're reporting. There's nothing that I need to keep from him that I know of.
Yeah, I've got no secrets.
All right, Jaime, I'm gonna request a long rest for the party in the cave as Boston learns all this information from everybody.
I was going to say this is probably a good place to stop, and which would give us a long rest, and next time we come in, Felix will be caught up with the group.
I agree. And Jaime, for the future as we move forward, because I specifically asked, do you guys keep anything from Boston? And both Fick and Gilwin said no. At any point in the future, if you're like, hey, Boston wasn't there for said item, there's no argument. Boston knows everything that happened to the party up to this point because the party filled him in.
Okay. I would probably forget anyway.
Yeah, but you've called it out a couple of times with Rowan with the, hey, were you there to begin with? And I want to address that like from a roleplay perspective. From a roleplay perspective, they've actively said they clue him in on everything that happened to get them to where they are. So
Right.
Boston knows everything that's happened to them.
Right, and I might still slip, because when I was asking about Rowan, it was more of a, wait, was he there? And less of less from a rules perspective, and more of a, I couldn't remember.
Yeah. Was he present perspective instead of just a... Yeah, I get it.
Gotcha. Fair enough. I gotta ask, Gilwin, how do you feel about the fact that you're in charge of the party and Boston's back? Do you immediately defer to Boston, or do you continue to maintain you're in control of the party?
As far as it goes, I'm in control of the party. If Boston wants control back, he's welcome to it, but it doesn't strike me as seeking control of the party this time
Boston
around.
never seeks control of the party. That's why his name is Boston, not Bostone.
Yeah. And he's already the progenitor of the entire caravan. So it's his legacy. So, I mean, if he wants to be a figurehead, that's one thing. But for now, I'll keep being the...
Keeping that in mind, Jaime, I offer him his magical item, if that's okay with you, that I rolled the plus 28 roll on.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Felix, when you guys arrive and Gilwin explains the whole control, what everything has happened, he's like, you've done well for yourself, Gilwin. To that end, I have a gift for you if you'll accept it.
Sure.
He hands you a very tattered, incredibly tattered black robe.
Don't put it in your mouth.
It has its holes, it's shredded. Do you take it?
Sure.
Wes.
And you put it on?
Why not?
Okay, I need to look at the stats, but whatever the weakest version of a magic carpet is, you have it, and it's a Grim Reaper robe.
Oh,
Good for
You have your magic carpet, it just appears as a robe for you. So on D&D Beyond, take whatever the lowest tier magic carpet is, because there's like 3 tiers of magic carpet, add it to your character sheet, but aesthetically, it is a tattered robe.
and it's currently in the middle of
Okay.
it.
Cool.
Where was this couple minutes ago?
Right? Couldn't you have used that as a flying item? What the shit?
Yeah. We could have.
Lastly, Boston would explain, I need one more ingredient for my experiments, lads. As we move forward, before we move forward, I need to collect sand from the bottom of the river. And for that, I will need your allyship.
I've already had a bath this year. I'm not taking another one for you.
Technically speaking, Jaime owes us a CR4 encounter in regards to this. It's up to him whether or not he creates it, but I need the magical item from a CR4 encounter that involves the dirt of the river Styx. So, Jaime, do you have one prepared for that, or can you flip that into something that already exists for us?
I will figure it out.
Okay, cool. Then I won't worry about addressing that right now. But basically, Boston explains he's got an experiment he's working on before we can move forward. And next session will start with us dealing with that before we move forward.
Okay. But then... So you parted ways with Rowan at the River Styx, only to meet up with an old friend.
Which we out of game need to address is no longer a medium character. He's a small character. He's about 3'8".
Yes,
And the-
that.
Wrap it up.
But danger still obviously looms ahead, with war literally being fought around you. Whether you are able to get out of hell alive is still yet to be seen, and we'll find out next time on Dungeons and Dragons.
Yay.
Huzzah.